headphones on. Hold on.
All right.
You got the sweater. Well, he got the hat on.
I do.
Okay.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome to Gamer Actual, your weekly deep dive in the biggest news in gaming. You can find us on all major podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, with a visual version of this podcast being available on youtube.com at Gamer Actual. This podcast is also a part of the KXI Network. To find out more about the KXI Network and all our other offerings, check out the show notes. Now, for tonight's episode, we're talking about the Xbox Developer Direct. We're also talking about Ubisoft and how they're potentially crapping the bed and a lot more. So let's get into it, actual gamers. I'm your host, Cash. And with me tonight, I got the homies, the Heartless 99. And for the first time on the Gamer Actual podcast, the one and only Pinksy Gaming. What's good, fellas? How are you? How y'all doing? Welcome back. It's the first episode of the year. Welcome in. Welcome in. How we doing? How we doing? It is the first episode of the year. The first episode of the year. The first episode of the year.
Episode of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I'm on the first episode of the year. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I'm
We have to do
blaming
something
Cash.
special. We kind of had to. I feel like we needed the break, bro. Like we've been doing a lot. We needed the break.
We have been doing a lot.
We needed
yeah.
the break. How we doing today, fellas? How y'all doing?
That was great.
Let the
I mean,
people know how y'all been, because we talk all the time. So
Yo,
Heartless.
yeah.
Mhm.
You know, gaming, new
Yeah.
cameras. I've been taking photos. I know you. Yeah, definitely been seeing me active in the Discord. So like, I've been getting the hang of this new State 7 R5 that I bought,
yeah,
and that developer direct. It's pretty dope.
yeah. Hollis, what about you?
Yeah.
Expedition 33. I started running God of War again. I'm gonna finish that game because I told myself I got so many games in the backlog. And you guys know me, I play a lot of Street Fighter, so
Laughable.
I said I have to finish God of War before I started Expedition 33, but then I said to myself, I've already started God of War and Cyberpunk, so now I really should just finish up those 3 games before I start anything else. And there's a bunch of other games that I'm thinking about starting, maybe Hogwarts Legacy, but you guys know I got like a bunch of games in my backlog.
I can't wait for you to
And
play
we're gonna get
Hogwarts
into it.
Legacy, bro. I cannot wait for you to play.
You guys
Hogwarts
keep
Legacy.
talking about it. You and
The
Bella
game
was
is
like, yo, Leviosa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the game's dope. The game's actually freaking dope. But yo, for me, I've been kind of just like messing with a bunch of different games. Recently, I started playing Sekiro.
Yes.
And for stream, I'm playing Darksiders 3, which I'm enjoying a lot of. I feel like the game started very slow when I played it for the first time, so I stopped playing it. It was very similar to like Zelda. I'm not putting it on the level of Zelda, but it was the same kind of like experience I had with Zelda, where I started playing the game, I wasn't really feeling it that much, stopped playing it, then I picked it back up and I was like, oh shit, this game's amazing. It's kind of where I'm at right
Elden
now.
Ring.
with
That was
Darksiders.
Elden Ring for me.
Yeah?
That was Elden Ring for me. Yes.
Yeah, so that's
I-
how I
I
felt with
picked it up.
Darksiders.
I picked it up. I bought it, played it for a week, and I was like, nah, this ain't it. I couldn't
Mhm.
beat. I couldn't beat the first. I forgot what his name was.
Poor guy.
Morgot. I couldn't beat Morgot, and I was like, nah, this game ain't it. I didn't. I didn't
I know that.
understand it.
I know that.
And then I put it down, and then a few months later, I seen YouTube videos about it, and I was like, this is not my experience at all. Like, I need to pick up that game and get
Right.
back into it. And across doing that, I think it's one of the most beautiful games ever made, Elden Ring.
Yeah, so it
Mhm.
basically reignited your passion for the game.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, I'm enjoying that game right now. And today, I don't know what possessed me to do this, but I downloaded, because I own the game. I downloaded Wukong. Game's pretty
Do you
damn
own the
good, bro.
game?
Yeah, I do own the game. I do own
You,
the game.
you own it? Own it?
I own it. Own it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just making sure.
yeah. What does that mean?
I didn't know
Like,
if it was
let's
just in
not.
your Steam library from your
It's
Steam
in my
family.
Steam library, Artlist. I own it. Okay, but don't have viewers
Is that how that
insinuate
works?
that I'm
So did you pay for
pirating games and shit. I'm not doing that. That's
That's
what
not.
people.
Oh no, Chad. That's not
That's
what I
how
meant at
people.
all. I just.
That's exactly how
That's
people
not
would
what I meant at all.
insinuate.
No. That's not what I meant at all. I just didn't know if it was a game that you got through one of the homies. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's definitely through one of the homies, but I still own it, don't I?
No, you don't actually.
I do own it. I can play it whenever I want.
You can, but if you were to go to the page for it on the Steam store, it would
Say
still
it's in my library.
purchase.
It says it's in my library.
And you'd still have the option to purchase it.
Yeah, I don't care. It's mine. I have it. I own it.
All right. Just because you were married, just because
All
you
right.
and Bello are married for life,
Okay.
don't mean that that like you own it.
I own it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So before we get into anything, Heartless, what are the games that got released this week?
What are the games that got released this week? We had a
Mm-hmm.
few. I mean, we had the official release date of 2XKO. That was on the 20th, 5
Mm-hmm.
days ago. Obviously, you guys know it's based on League of Legends. Dynamic game set in the League of Legends universe. The gamer controls familiar characters and faces off against the opponent. Battles take place in various formats, including 2v2 and 2v1. You guys know the vibes. That released officially for PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox, Xbox Series X and S, and obviously there's like some controversy and opinions all around the release and this and that. Maybe if we have time, we can get into that stuff later, right?
Oh, for sure.
Other than that, we had on the same day, what is it? MIO Memories in Orbit, an android named Mio. So it's obviously Mio. An android named Mio awakens on a large spaceship that has fallen into disrepair. The main character explores overgrown locations filled with hostile machines to uncover the secrets of the Ark and learn the truth about themselves. Combat skills can be enhanced using various modifiers. This released on PC, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series X and S, the Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. And I'm assuming the Nintendo Switch 2, although that's not listed here.
I can't wait
Um,
to actually play that game because it's a Metroidvania.
Oh,
The
okay,
game
okay,
looks-
that's interesting.
It looks pretty dope.
It-
I'm not gonna lie.
That's interesting. Definitely not on my radar.
Yeah, right. Until you play it and it was like, yo, this game's actually sick.
I'm not gonna lie, that's usually how it happens. But anyways,
Everybody has their
I'm
own
the-
intros.
yes. On the 22nd, we had Arknight Enfield, a sci-fi role-playing action game with strategy elements set on the planet Televeris, where humanity faces anomalies, technological threats, and aggressive life forms. The player controls a squad from Enfield Industries, exploring uncharted regions and restoring devastated territories. This dropped on the PC, PlayStation 5, the iPhone, and Android as well. That's weird.
I'm playing it. I'm showing it on stream right now.
Yeah, let me take a look at that real quick before.
It
what
almost
I
looks
was-
like Withering Waves to some degree.
And this is on iOS.
Yeah.
I don't trust games that are both on console and iOS.
Why?
Okay,
Immortal
so
Shell
let's
was
get
on
into it.
iOS and it was fine.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, so
Mhm.
if it's on console and iOS, if it's competitive, then they should not have the same player pools, right?
I don't think this is
and-
competitive though.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so now my question is, if it's on console and it's on iOS, is the console version just a console boot of the iOS version, or are they two entirely different builds? Or does
that-
the iOS version have limitations? So
There might be the latter.
when I say I don't trust, well, I'm sorry.
It might be the latter. The iOS build
yeah.
is not as strong.
Yeah, it could be that, right?
Mhm.
And at that point, it's like, okay, does it cost money on iOS? Is it free on iOS? Does it cost money on console? What is the deal around pricing? And at that point, like, if it's a game that's meant to be purchased on console, but you can get like a weakened version of it, I'd rather just purchase it on console. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
For sure.
I'm looking into this though. This is on iOS.
Yeah, the game looks cool to me. Like, all right, so I have a perfect example. So Samurai Jack, there was a Samurai Jack game that came out a few years ago. It was also on iOS. Again, but it's not like a graphically intensive game. So of course I can see why it was able to like run on like the iOS.
Yeah.
So I think, and I really feel like this is also the case because it's a smaller screen. They can cut back on a lot of like resolution, and get away with a lot of stuff on a smaller screen. That's just my opinion, though.
Yeah. Potentially.
Mhm.
That's a very good point. Very valid point. I'm sorry. I was just looking at the gameplay. Let's
Yeah,
get
the
into it.
gameplay looks
Next
sick
game
though.
on the list. Yeah. The next game on the list, it had 2 release dates. On the 17th, it released on most consoles, PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. And on the 22nd, it released on the Switch 2. And what I'm talking about is Dynasty Warriors Origins. Dynasty Warriors Origins is a high-octane action slasher set during China's Three Kingdoms era. Players choose a side, Wei, Shu, and Wu, and step into the middle of legendary battles driven by political ambition, military strategy, and personal rivalries. Gameplay focuses on large-scale battlefield combat, putting you in control of a powerful military leader capable of wiping out entire armies. While it leans heavily into fast, stylish combat, there's also an emphasis on strategic decision-making and precise combat execution, blending spectacle with tactical depth. Now, that seems pretty interesting if you ask me.
Hmm. I think that release was
Okay.
also for Switch, I believe. Switch 2.
Yeah,
The Switch 2 release.
the 22nd release was
Yeah.
on Switch
22nd.
2.
Yeah.
Any of those games catch anyone's eyes?
No, outside of me,
Dynasty
no.
Warriors.
No,
I
can't.
like Dynasty Warriors.
I know you'd like Dynasty Warriors, but I was just never a fan of like the Dynasty Warriors. They even have like Hyrule Warrior, which is basically Dynasty Warriors just with Zelda characters.
Yeah, my little brother has that, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, I find myself playing that more than he does.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
Pinksy.
Hmm?
We'll look into it after the stream, but I just realized there's a close to a second delay on your audio from your video. But we'll look into it after stream. There's no problem. Sorry to interrupt.
I don't see it. Well, Heartless is
Say
the
okay
audio
again,
guy.
Pixie?
What you said? Say okay again?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you know-
see it. I see
you
it
know?
now. I see it.
Oh, it
You
is
see
there.
it?
I see
Okay,
it.
so I'm
It
not
is
tripping?
there, yeah.
I see it. I see it. He right.
Cool, cool. Well, I
It's
just want to make
there.
sure he gets it right before his stream. You know. Anyways, this is a gaming podcast.
It's not an
not a
audio
tech
podcast. Exactly. It is a tech podcast. It's just gaming tech. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Is there anything else before we move on? No.
That was the last game of the list.
No, you missed one.
No.
Fighting Force collection, bro. Because I know there was
I did
another one.
miss one. Oh no, I didn't miss one. It released on the 23rd, so I
Mhm.
wanted to save it for last. I'm sorry. Yes, on the 23rd Fighting Force
yeah, yeah.
collection,
I see it.
the return of the classic action series from the PlayStation 1 era, combining
Yes,
dynamic
yes.
hand-to-hand combat, the use of improvised weapons, and destructible environments. The collection includes Fighting Force and Fighting Force 2. This dropped on the PC, PlayStation 5, as well as the 4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch, and I'm going to assume the Switch 2 as well.
So, does
My
anybody
apologies,
know
chat.
Fighting Force? Does anybody in here know Fighting
I
Force?
don't.
It was a PS1 game. And, bro, when I tell you I was in love with this game as a kid, I was in love with this game as a kid, bro.
Fighting Force?
Yeah. This is what it looked like. Now, to a lot of people, they're going to probably say, oh, this looks ass, but that's because it's before your time. If you say this looks ass, it's because it's before your time. This is
That's
not your
what's up.
generation.
Bello probably likes it.
Oh,
I'd
Bello
still play this
definitely
now.
know. Bello definitely knows Fighting Force. Do you guys know a game called Siphon Filter?
No.
It's basically Splinter Cell before Splinter Cell, bro. Straight up, Pinksy. Look up Siphon Filter. That game was so incredible, bro. I feel like it was ahead of its time too. This man threw a gun and kicked down a gate, bro. I have no words.
Oh my god, this really is Splinter Cell. Where's Splinter Cell?
I'm telling you, bro. I definitely would play this though. How much is this? I don't know what the price tag is for this though. Bello, Heartless, could you look that
Cash,
up?
you're
for
not
me real
paying real US dollars for this.
quick? Of course, this is nostalgia, bro. What are you talking about? There's no price
guys
on
ever-
nostalgia.
Do you guys ever buy nostalgia? I mean, there could be a price on nostalgia. There could be.
Yeah.
So hear me out. Let me
What?
land.
Mm-hmm.
You guys ever buy something because of nostalgia?
Bello
You guys
has
ever buy
corrupted
something
us,
'cause-
bro.
Yeah, facts. But you guys ever buy something because of nostalgic reasons, and then you play it and it just doesn't hit the same. It doesn't feel the same, and
Nah, not for me. I'm gonna be
good
honest,
for
not
you.
for me.
Good for you.
Because I usually buy shit on sale anyway, so it's like I don't buy full price. So
Bro, I think that this game seeing Tekken
Because
was
I'm not
like,
going
yo,
in
I
there
know what we
expecting
can
a
make
lot.
of
I know what
this.
I'm going for.
exactly. Damn, I haven't seen this game in a minute. Yeah, Dragon. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, Draven, this game is fire. Especially when it first came out. But yeah, so those are the games that released this week, guys. But let's get into the meat and the potatoes of the show
Main topics.
that rhymed. Main topics. Sorry.
This is my favorite part of this whole show.
Right.
Just saying.
So Xbox just gave us a look at its plans or what it looks to kick off 2026, and between Fable, Forza 6, and Beast of Reincarnation, and a genuinely unexpected reveal, there's a lot to unpack. So what does this say about Xbox's future? Pixie, I'm gonna start with you. What did you think about the showcase?
Beast of Reincarnation, I like.
Mhm.
It definitely looks like really, really good when it comes to like gameplay.
Mhm.
The Kiln,
Yeah.
that don't seem like it's a party game, so I feel like it's just I like playing games solo, but with friends, definitely seems like a game that I would definitely play with people.
Mhm.
Fable, I've never played the older Fable games, so this is like
Neither
an
have I.
introduction to Fable for me,
Yeah.
and it looked pretty dope. And I mainly watched that for Forza Horizon 6 in Japan. Like, oh my god, bro, that's
I've been
long
seeing you playing
later.
Forza ever since. Just saying.
Right.
Yeah,
Like every night, you're on
Yeah.
Forza. I was like, okay.
bro, I've been
So-
I've been
I see where his
drifting
mind's at.
all night. I got to get my drifting ready for Forza 6.
Wait. So wait.
Okay,
Hold on.
Well,
So the paddles on this right here would be really good for Forza, huh?
Oh yes, like bro, that the paddles, it's downshift, up.
oh, so we
I
showing off
just use it,
controllers? We showing off controllers?
Yeah, bro.
Pix?
Oh, you guys have the same
Hey.
controller?
Yeah, we do.
I got the better controller though.
Oh, the Vitrix.
Yeah,
Very
I
stupid.
love this controller.
Yeah, Vitrix is
Got
cool.
it.
I feel like the Xbox
Shout out to
controller is
Pixie.
perfect for me.
Shout out to Pixie.
Shout
for
out to
getting me the
Pixie.
deal
I
on
was
this.
actually thinking of upgrading to
But it's
Pixie.
the same thing. Pixie's the reason why I have this too.
It really is.
Yeah. I actually got two of them.
Any tech I need, I'm gonna try to reach out to Pixie for.
Oh, yeah,
I want
for
to tell you
sure.
that though.
But yeah, Hardest, what about you? What do you think about the showcase?
Fable looks sick. Like we obviously all watched that part,
Mhm.
that part together. The Fable developer stuff. Kiln, very interesting. I think we have to like kind of like talk about that and like
Right.
you know.
I have questions.
Forza, what's up?
No, go ahead. I'm talking about kids.
Okay, you got it. Forza, let's see. I'm not gonna lie. Hear me out, chat, before I get cooked for this, okay? Hear me out, chat. I feel like all the Forza games look the same. I feel like graphically, racing games like Forza, like they've all looked the same for like 10 years now. You know? But hear me out. Don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. Now that I have people around me who actually play these games and are committed to like playing them, I might actually just cop Forza. You know, I might not even wait for the new Forza to cop Forza. By the way, you know the release date on it?
No, I
May
don't
19th?
think they dropped. Is May 19th?
May
Yeah.
19th.
This man already knows, bro.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. And how much is the current Forza? I can look it up. I
I think it's 60.
$60?
Okay, right. I don't think
Yeah.
I think it came out. It came out during COVID, so it wasn't around that $70 range. But I think it's still within $60 range.
Hold on.
Oh, 40.
It's $40. That's not bad. That's not bad.
40.
But so that part of the showcase really it didn't like catch my attention as much because it's kind of one of those things where I was like, okay, I kind of just got to get a Forza game and see how they play, you know?
right.
But then we had Fable, which I thought looked really sick. I thought
Mhm.
looked really sick, and when I was hearing like the rumors and stuff like that about Fable, and like like it was on my game draft list last
Yeah,
year.
last year.
But
Who picked
so
it this
I
year?
thought it would be I don't know.
I
I'm
think
not
Thick
sure.
did.
But I thought who?
I think Thick did this year. But yeah, continue.
Okay.
My bad.
So you hear the rumors about Fable, and I was like, oh, I think this game's gonna be a hit. But I have no interest in it. And then I see what they put on, and I was like, oh wow, this is really interesting.
Character
Turn your
selection,
enemies in,
character
yeah,
customization, all that stuff. Oh, nah, bro. That's sick. I'm
yeah,
very
and the
intrigued.
combat looked really just like immersive in the
It,
universe.
very fluid, bro. The combat looked very fluid. The character, how it interacted, how the enemies interacted with like the hits, it looked very sick, bro. It looks very fluid.
And they have their quirky, unique style too, and like
Mhm.
their funny elements.
All right.
They piece that universe together so well. Are we gonna talk about the NPCs and
Oh
kind of
yeah,
like
for
how
sure.
they
How
they're
they
putting
interact,
together?
I can't. I'm gonna get that. I can't wait to get into random
bro. The
tomfoolery about these
NPCs
games.
live their own lives, independent of you being there.
Yes,
That's
yes.
insane,
And there's over 1,000 of them
right? Living their
that are
lives.
living their lives. Yeah.
That's incredible to me, bro. Oh,
They
by the
made
way,
mention.
Heartless, I don't know if you know this, but it's the same company that made Forza, Playground Games. They're the ones that's making Fable.
My main thing is that I hope that they take from Capcom's Dragon's Dogma if they're gonna be doing that. That's my main thing. Because like Dragon's
In
Dogma,
what
it
way?
was because like when it came to like the sheer amount of NPCs that was on screen or generated in the world,
Mm-hmm.
that's what caused a lot of issue for the FPS in Dragon's Dogma 2. So
Ah.
I'm just like, it's because Dragon's Dogma has like that same thing where
Mm-hmm.
you can follow NPCs and NPCs throughout the day will eat, sleep, drink, and have conversations with each other and do
Wow.
what their own thing is. It's just you don't. When it first came out, it looked really cool because it was like, yo, this is like a full city of people, but your frames was dead. Now when
Right.
you go in there, you'll see people pop in and out. But if you just follow that one NPC will take a whole walk from one town to another one and get into fights in the middle of that. So I just hope that when it comes to like a performance standpoint, they look at Dragon Dogma and like,
I think they
And
were
see where
way
they
too
went wrong.
ambitious.
yeah,
They were way too
And kind of
ambitious.
see how they fix the issue, because you said Dragon's Dogma had it fixed now, right? They
yeah,
pop
they
in
have
and
it
out,
fixed.
but if you were to follow one of them,
Mm-hmm.
so is that kind of
They
like
go
the
through their own life.
illusion that they're living their own lives, or is it that they're actually living their own lives, or is it just the illusion?
That's
I
a
feel
good
like
question.
it would be an illusion, but the fact that there is enough like there's an amount of code in where like if you follow this NPC and this NPC will interact with different things
It's
in the world,
immersive.
it's really cool because you're like
It's
yo I want to
immersive
follow
for
this
sure.
one person. You ain't gonna know what everybody else is doing, but this one
Right.
person, I know what the hell this guy's doing, and it's really
Right.
cool. So it's still immersive.
Yeah, it is.
Whether it's an illusion or anything, it's still immersive.
Wow.
Yeah, but
That is kind of a technological. I don't want to say leap, but it's very ambitious, right?
Mm-hmm. So I'm very excited to see what that looks like in action. We didn't have an official release date though. So that's kind of concerning for me personally. It just says
Oh.
autumn 2026. And usually when they say stuff like that, there's a very strong possibility that it will get pushed back. It would get delayed.
Yeah, it gives them room to
And
delay.
exactly.
What are they competing with? They can
Grand
delay.
Theft
They cannot
Auto.
delay. They cannot delay it. They can't delay it.
If they delay it, they're gonna push it to
They're-
next year because if they
Yes,
delay,
they're
yeah,
screwed.
yeah, because autumn
Yes.
is just before summer, not right? Am I right? Yeah,
Just before winter.
winter. Sorry, and that's
Yes.
that's the Grand Theft Auto window.
Yes, which is November. So
Mhm.
if they delay it from fall, they're delaying into closer territory and directly
Grand Theft.
competing with GTA. They might as well just wait it out 7-8 months, which is crazy to say.
Yo, it feels like a hurricane, bro, which is also funny because we're all experiencing this freaking snowstorm right now. You know what I mean? But yeah, if they do that, they're just gonna have to delay it further out. They have to push it further out, away from that splash damage of Grand Theft Auto, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, I saw this video from Luke Stevens, and he's like, "Yo, I foresee a lot of people not showing up to work, not going to school. It's just gonna. I feel like that day is just gonna come to a standstill that day. Nobody, just because of Gran Turismo. I
Grand Theft
almost
Auto.
said Grand Theft Auto. I'm looking at the car and I was like, Gran Turismo? No. Grand Theft Auto. It's gonna be
At least
Grand
you got
Theft
it
Auto
right.
Day. It's gonna be Grand Theft Auto Day, bro. I really feel
That's
like it's
that's crazy.
bro,
A
think about
national
it.
holiday.
An actual holiday, bro. No, it's gonna be a gamer holiday. It's just gonna be you know what I mean? An unofficial
Mhm.
gamer holiday. People are gonna I feel like people are gonna look back at that day with some level of nostalgia. Like, yo, you remember when Grand Theft Auto 6 dropped, bro? I promise you,
And
bro.
nobody did anything.
Nobody did anything. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. People are calling out from work. That's real talk. People are not gonna go to work. Cause I remember simpler games come out. And I've seen people not show up to work. Think about when 2K came out. A lot of guys didn't go to work because of
I remember when
2K.
Halo 3 came out.
Right.
Nobody showed up to school.
And you're telling me Grand Theft Auto, which is probably one of the biggest, not even games, just media in general, drops a new installment, and you think people are gonna be able to like focus at work and at school? Are you kidding me?
So why would Fable want to compete with that? Of course.
Of course you don't want to compete with that. They're not going to.
So
Also, I also have a concern here because we didn't see or hear anything about Gears of War. Now, we just started. We're just at the beginning of the year. So there's a chance that we're going to see more later on. But because they drop one each quarter.
or it's gonna get an even bigger presentation.
Probably because it's Gears of War.
Yes.
Because it's Gears of War. So I definitely feel like
Yes.
it would be. What the heck? Is that a Gundam?
What do you?
Did
Oh,
I just see
yeah.
a Gundam in Forza?
Yeah, there was a Gundam
How,
foot. At
how
the
did
end
I
of,
miss that the first time?
it was definitely a Gundam foot at the end of the trailer. Yeah.
Wait, that's not on the screen. I don't see that. And I would like
I'm
to see
I'm
that.
I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing
Bring
it
it
back.
back. Bring it back for us.
But I was like, wait, the stream's up. So
Yeah.
what's gonna happen here is my question.
I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to Forza, you genuinely can't speculate what's gonna happen. You raced
I
planes,
think it's gonna be
raced
around the map.
trains,
Yeah, it's gonna move around the
people
map
bike.
and stuff.
That's what I think. And you'll still be in cars. You're not gonna be.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no,
like
you're still gonna be in cars, but it's just like the
yo,
interaction when it comes
it-
to like racing a Gundam is
it-
pretty dope.
no. Imagine like you're racing, and there's a fight happening between two Gundams around the map, and you have to fight and
There's so much,
That would be
so much
sick.
they could do.
bro.
There's so much.
That would be
Bro,
sick.
yo.
Sick.
That would be
sick.
so insane,
Yo.
bro.
Where's Noso when you need him? You got me thinking about Armor Core because I was just about to say like, yo, we need a good Gundam game.
I have Armor Core.
And yeah, no, so? Is it multiplayer?
Yes,
Like
Yeah.
fighting each other?
I don't think so. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have to look that up.
That's gonna
But
be a game I haven't
speaking
played.
of, there's a Hot Wheels racetrack in Forza 5, Heartless, right?
Yeah,
A
I have
Hot Wheels
that.
racetrack.
Hot Wheels racetrack,
Yeah.
like an official Hot Wheels racetrack.
That's kind of sick. That's kind of
It's-
sick.
with
It's
actual licensed
actually-
Hot Wheels cars.
Yes, it's actually pretty damn cool.
Like they scanned all the replicas of the like the real life replicas of the Hot Wheels cars, and they're
Mhm.
drivable in the game.
Yep.
Oh, Armor Core is 1v1 or 3v3 online multiplayer PvP. Are we
Oh, that's sick.
Oh, that's
serious?
dope.
That's sick. That's sick. I didn't
Are
know
we
that.
Serious?
That's sick.
I'm installing that. I'm installing that shit right now. Hold up. I'm sorry. Get back to the podcast. Love you
Yeah,
guys.
But yeah, Beast of Reincarnation, guys. What do you think about Beast of Reincarnation? You know what? It's very refreshing to see Game Freak make a game that's not Pokemon, bro.
I thought that's all they did.
That
I thought Game Freak was an office at the Pokemon headquarters.
bro. So this is very refreshing, but I think this is their way of just like proving their mettle. You know what I mean? You can tell that they're going all out for this game because they want to separate themselves from like just the Pokemon brand. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Pinksy, what do you think though? What did you
I like
about this? Yeah.
it. So for me, when it comes to like games with worlds like with worlds like this, one detail is very big to me, but it's just I like speculated fights, like really big speculated fights, and it looks like these whatever these beasts you're
Yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
is gonna be some real fun doing that, especially with like your character, and I think you can control the dog.
The companion.
So,
It it's
bro,
almost like real time strategy. So think about like the Final Fantasy, how do you have semi strategy building? Like you could do like the action RPG elements, but then you can do like slow down, like pause time, and then do some kind of strategy play. I see that in this as well. And I like the idea of like just the companion piece. It looks very cool.
oh,
Yeah. Shadow of the Colossus. That's what this reminds me of. Shadow of the Colossus
I
to
want to
some
play
degree.
that.
You've never played it?
Damn, I have.
One,
Yeah.
it's been
I wanna play
heralded as
that.
one of the best games of all time. I
All
believe.
time, bro. It actually had a sequel, and you didn't realize that it was a sequel until at the end of the game. I would love
Is
to
that
make
was that
something
fucking
like that.
that game with the cat?
The
Where the
cat,
thing you have to
the
control?
flying cat looking
Whoa,
thingy.
whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
that.
whoa,
I forgot what the name
whoa.
of that is called.
yeah,
You didn't
Remind me,
realize it was a sequel until the end of the game.
yeah. You don't know it's a sequel until it like closer to the end of the game. You realize things start to connect. You go, whoa, wait a minute. That's
Wow.
incredible. That's incredible, bro.
I like
That's
that kind of
storytelling.
writing.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Come to find out, I
Wow.
think the character that you use is the character from the first game's son, and you didn't know.
Wow. So this Beast of Reincarnation is like Japan post-apocalyptic,
Yes. Yes.
and
Bro,
have
Japan has a way of like mixing their like like
styles and
modern
cultures and
like modern with like freaking post-apocalyptic stuff. It just looks beautiful, bro. Sorry, I cut you
yeah.
off.
No, it's all good. I agree with you fully, and I think like the West, we have an appreciation for the types of styles that they put out and the way they
Mhm.
express their cultures. We do. Like I even personally, I like the way their language speaks. I know that might sound like weird, but like
Mhm.
they're just I don't know, it's cool. So I really appreciate this type of look and this type of style and the way they mix it together. We get the same effect, I feel like, from a Cyberpunk in a way.
Yeah. Yes. And Cyberpunk wasn't even
So,
made in America. I think who made Cyberpunk? I think they're what, Polish?
Yeah,
CD
Polish.
Projekt Red, I don't
Projekt
know. I can look it up
Polish.
for us right now though.
If I remember, CD Projekt Red is Polish.
They are Polish, right?
Uh, yeah, a
Yeah.
Polish video game development studio
Polish.
founded in 2002.
Wow, I was right. Anyways, does the and I'm being very serious. I definitely just like guessed that. I wasn't
Educated
sure.
guess.
Yeah. Does the one person, one dog pitch make the game feel more intimate to you guys, or just like gimmicky? What do you guys think?
I'm less concerned about that and more interested in how they implement it with the combat, right? Because
Mhm.
they and is it effective and is it fun overall? I think recently as I started playing Expedition 33,
Mhm.
and I kind of put some thought into the turn-based combat of that game and how they found ways to innovate. They added the jump, they added the dodge, they added the parry, and I said to myself, I really enjoy the way they bunch these kinds of mechanics together. Now this game has a type of thing where you're fighting fluidly, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And then you slow down time, almost in a cyberpunk-ish way, right?
Final
Cyberpunk
Fantasy
also
too.
has this.
Final Fantasy has the same thing. That's exactly what I was talking about. Final Fantasy remake, I think, has the same thing. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat.
Yeah, it does. You're fighting fluidly, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know exactly like in depth how exactly that one particular one works, right? But in Beast of Reincarnation, there's kind of like a puzzle system attached to it in a
Mm-hmm.
way, or a skill check, and now I I heard mention they spoke of how the dog allows you to play in different ways, right?
Yes.
So that's where my concern is. So I really said all that just to say my concern is less about is it gimmicky or does it make it feel intimate? No, my concern is it effective and fun,
All right.
or is it just a mechanic that I won't ever use?
How do you think people are gonna react to like just like the slowing down of the game to like make those like decisions, those quick decisions? Do you think people are gonna like it, or does it? Do you think it's gonna bother some people that prefer like a fast-paced action game? Pinksy, I'll ask you that
It
question.
could bother. It could bother some people,
Yeah,
but like it's just
like
if the
right
game
here.
allows you like if the game allows it doesn't look bad. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. But like if
Mm-mm.
it allows flexibility to where like you wouldn't need to do that, or it's like it's a setting you can turn off.
Right,
I feel like it'll be like with it has to go with the story. So
right.
like for me
Definitely gonna go with the story.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like for me like it has to if you're gonna be if this is gonna be like a main part in the game, you gotta this story gotta either end good or hurt really really bad.
Mm-hmm. But it's usually when it's really when it comes to the dog. It looks like it's usually when it's like she's doing something, some special moves with the dog. That's when it slows down. If you really,
It,
if you,
I think it's like Atreus from God of War in the sense that
Oh, so
a
yeah, it'll be
part
like
of your
opening
kit
element.
is locked behind
mm,
a secondary character that follows you.
right, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like yours would be like pure combat, like just your main character that you're playing as is like pure combat, but then
Yeah,
you'll come across enemies that's like, yo,
you need to use it.
I
It's
need
gonna
this.
force
Yeah,
you to use it.
I need this. I need my dog. So like the dog,
Hmm.
it has to work. Like, there's no way it can't work at
Right.
that point. It has to work.
I like it though. I'm very impressed by the game. I'm not like again. I didn't expect this to come out of the studio. I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Did not expect this.
It looks,
Like, what other games has
it better
Game
make you
Freak
cry
worked
like
on?
Nier Automata.
Huh?
So this better make you cry like Nier Automata.
Yeah. What other games have they worked on? Do we know?
That's what I'm
Not gonna lie.
googling it right now. I'm getting us a list. It's really just a bunch of Pokemon.
Really
Original
just a bunch of
titles,
Pokemon.
non-Pokemon. Mendo placed in 1989. Smart Ball,
Bro,
Mario and Wario, Pulseman, Drill Dozer, Harmonite, Pocket Card Jockey, um,
nothing like this
Tempo the
game.
Badass.
Nothing
Yeah,
like this game is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Nothing
Little
they've
Town
worked
Hero.
on is nothing like
Giga
this
Rush.
game.
Yeah.
But
No,
this is
this looks good. It looks amazing.
yeah. This is their way of stating their claim. You know what this studio reminds me of, Heartless? It reminds
What?
me of the studio. What is the name of the studio that made Wukong? I can't remember their names right now.
NetEase.
NetEase. No, it's not NetEase. That make Wukong? No.
Um,
It's
Oh, oh, damn. What is that studio name?
damn.
Game Science.
Game Science.
Game
Yes.
Science.
Game Science made mobile games before they made Wukong, bro. Wukong was their first like AAA budget game. And they killed it. They made mobile
Yeah,
games.
I mean,
So this is what I'm
you
saying.
know,
That these guys really care about what they're doing, and they want to state their claim. So they're going to put their all into this game, and I'm very impressed by it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna
This
keep it
makes me
real
think back on
with
a
you.
question you asked.
Wait, no, Pixie, you go. What was that? What was that?
No, it was just a question that Cash had. He was like, "Why is Wukong like over 100 gigs?" But
Mhm.
if you think about it, they just put so much work into the game,
All right.
and they were making mobile games beforehand. They got a lot of space to work with.
Yeah,
They
they was
got a
like,
lot of space
yo,
to work with.
go nuts. They was like, yo, listen,
And everything.
go nuts, bro. Bro, the game is 150 gigs, my guy.
That's
It's a lot.
crazy.
So, like
Wukong
that
is a,
game, they could probably like work on file compression. And,
yes, they
yeah.
definitely need to work on that. Please, 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 I am begging you, bro. Because I
Well,
was
what
a
I
little
was gonna say
intimidated.
is,
Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, no, no. What I was gonna say is, making games. A lot of it is coding, and coding is logic. And whether you're making a mobile game or you're making a big game, if you're making mobile games for years and years, you are still working with the very same logics and
Right.
the very same concepts. So if you're successful making mobile games for years and you finally land the resources to work on bigger games, I can totally see how the developers who have been working on mobile games have the skill set and the
Yeah.
the
Wherewithal, if you want to say.
logistical yes to put it all together 100% exactly.
Because they've been basically doing it for a very long time. This is just their way
You're
of just
still working with logics.
Exactly.
It's a bunch of if then statements, Boolean logic, and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And yeah.
So, do you think this? Because I feel like a lot of games that we've seen recently is just like all post-apocalyptic. Do you think there's some people will have some level of like post-apocalyptic fatigue? What do you
They
guys
will
think?
eventually.
Yeah. No, but for this game, you think that would? They think that would possibly affect this game? I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest, but I want to hear what you
Nah.
guys. No.
Because like post-apocalyptic, it for me, it's all about world building. Like I really like world building,
Mhm.
and you can't figure out how the current world you're playing in came to be unless you built the world properly.
Right.
So it's like you gotta get through the game
Mhm.
to understand. Like you gotta explore, but it's all about like how you built that world.
Yeah.
So it's just mainly storytelling. So if you're doing a post-apocalyptic world, you have to be able to tell a story to get through
How did
your
we get
current
there?
story,
Yeah.
and how did you get there to then get through your current story.
Yeah.
What do you how do you think this game's gonna stand out? What about this game do you think is gonna make it stand out? Is it just the
I
visuals, or is it the game,
no.
like the mechanics?
Okay. So my thought on that is, so Wukong. Remember when Wukong released? It was like the biggest thing in the world,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and now it kind of came and went, right?
Yeah.
I think that's very natural to the genre. First of all, that's very natural to the genre.
Yeah.
And uh, um, I think that and I would kind of almost in a way compare this game to like a Stellar Blade style,
Kind of,
right?
sort of. I can see that. Yeah.
Right? And like people pick up those games, they buy those games. Us, the consumers, we hear the rumblings and the talks about the numbers that they pulled and they sold, and whether they were successful or not successful,
Mm-hmm.
and then we move on, pretty much, right?
Right.
So I see this game falling in that category.
Yeah.
You
Do
know?
you think it's them stating their claim that listen, we can do more than Pokemon? I feel like after this, if this goes well, people are going to expect a lot more from Game Freak moving forward.
And the shock factor will carry them too. Actually, this might
Yeah.
be the answer to the previous question. What
Mhm.
makes them stand out? It's the fact that when people hear about this game and they hear that it's Game Freak,
Mm.
and then they're like, oh, Game Freak's making this, and then they look in, right? So
Right.
that kind of is some marketing all in itself.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's a good idea? Well, again, it's Xbox, so it's not. They're never going to shy away from Game Pass. But do you think this is a great? I really feel like it's. I don't know, man. Do you think it's a good idea for them to drop this? It's gonna happen. Like we know it's gonna happen. Do you think it's a great idea for them to drop this game day and date on Game Pass? Because I'm pretty sure I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this game is going to release on Xbox first, unless they're just opening every single game they have moving forward to multi-platform. Because Forza 6 is coming out to PS 5 day and date, right? So it's very possible this is going to be the same thing as well.
Makes sense.
So
Absolutely.
and I think that's a counter. I think it's their way of just counterbalancing stuff, because if you're dropping this game on Game Pass, you're not getting it for the actual value. But if it drops on PlayStation and it drops on anywhere else, I don't know if it's gonna come out on Switch too. But if it drops on PC and PlayStation, people are gonna shell out the cash to buy the game, and that's where they're looking to like recoup that trade off from, right? Because Game Pass, they're not making
gonna
money.
make their revenue through Xbox Game Pass,
Mhm.
whatever the stream of income that comes from that, because they do get money from that, right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna make their sales, full on sales on other consoles. But that makes me wonder: is like, what is the future for this console war? Is like, because like, if you're a new gamer in the next 5 years,
Mhm.
are you not just in a position to just say to yourself, why would I buy a PlayStation when the Xbox, I can buy an Xbox and get Xbox Game Pass and just have so much access to so many amazing games?
Yeah,
Right?
but yes, but like people are more likely look at it from this angle though. Why would they buy an Xbox if I can play their games on other platforms?
That you think that's yeah, but Microsoft. We said that Microsoft was moving away from the
Yeah,
console space.
they're definitely more focused. They're more platform focused, if that makes any sense. They're trying to be the next Steam. This is what I personally
Yes.
believe. They're trying to be the next Steam.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah.
They're trying to be the operating system of let somebody else make the device.
Right.
We will let them load up our interface on that device. We have Xbox Game Pass.
Which is what they were doing. Like, if you think about it, that was their way of testing the waters with the ROG Ally X. The
And we're
Xbox
still gonna
ROG
call
Ally
it an
X.
Xbox.
It's an Xbox, yeah. That's basically what
It's
they
an
did.
X-ROG. It's an X. It's an X something.
I don't think they're gonna move away from the console just yet. I give them 2 more generations. I feel like 2 more generations, and after that, I think they're out of the game. They're out of.
I think the next generation is just gonna have a bunch of hybrid devices included, like
No, but
Xbox route.
And next is so before Steam dropped their console, that was the speculation for Xbox that they were going to build a device where you can play all the other platforms on. That includes Steam, Epic, and any other platforms you can think of, like marketplaces, right? That was the speculation. And then Steam dropped theirs. And then people were like, oh shit, somebody beat Xbox to it. Because that's exactly what Xbox was planning. Especially if you look at the ROG, you can play other marketplaces on the ROG Ally X, bro. You have access to Steam and everything on there. Which is why I still want one. I still think it's a good get. I really think it's a good get.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too.
I definitely want to try one. I want to get it. But it's mad expensive. It's $1,000, bro. I ain't got that. I don't have that, sir. All right, so let's move on. Let's move away from Beast of Reincarnation. Final verdict. Do you guys or will you guys be trying this game out? That's my final verdict here. The final question.
I would try all these games out, to be honest with you, except maybe Kiln. I probably don't have interest in that. But the other
Yeah.
3 games, for sure.
Yeah. So
For
it's funny
sure.
you should mention Killed because that was the next game I was going to move to.
We'll
What
get
did
into
you
that.
think of Killed? I know you didn't like that shit, but I'm
Wait,
gonna be
wait,
honest.
wait,
Mhm. Go ahead.
Before we get into Kiln, I do have a question for Pinksy, and I didn't want to deviate from what we were talking about, but I forgot to ask there in the Forza section. Pinksy, how 1-to-1 is Forza in terms of like racing sim in real life? You know what I'm saying?
So Forza, Forza Motorsport is more of a simulation
Yeah,
than
Motorsport is
Forza
more similar.
Horizon. Forza Horizon is more sporty. It's more like semi-arcade, simulator. Does that make sense? Am I giving a proper assessment here, Pinksy? It's like it's still
the
kind of
most you'll
realistic.
get, like simulator wise would be like the cars,
yeah,
but then the world has this arcadey feel.
yeah,
So the most you're getting simulator wise would be like building your cars,
yeah. You can fully
parts,
customize your car.
wear and tear on not necessarily on the tires, but you can have it set to where there's wear and tear. But if you want like
What about
one
weather?
weather, yes, that does it. That
Mhm.
affects your that affects the way you drive also. So like rain, you can slide out more, especially if you're hitting the brakes, so you have to follow a driving line. Or like dry weather, it's you have more grip on cars with that have like actual road tires, but you know you stick a lot, and then I know in four had like a really big thing because the whole map would change between seasons. So like
Mhm.
summer, you was able to actually do like road races much easier, but then you would do those same road races in winter, and then you're sliding more because the roads have ice, so you would have to equip snow tires on your car.
Yeah. So it's very like so it's an arcade simulator. I want to say that because like Need for Speed meets Gran Turismo or
Yeah, but if
That
you
makes
want like
sense.
one to
That makes
one when it
sense.
comes to like
It's like a set of Corsa, right?
understanding it,
yeah.
yeah, it's like understanding if you want to understand the track and your car at the same time and like the handling, braking,
Yeah,
then you would
that's
play
what.
motorsport. Motorsport is that's definitely because you got to change your tires, you got warm tires, like cold tires and everything, and those affect how you're racing and your lap times in the long run of the race.
Yeah.
Say
So
less. Good to know.
but yeah, let's move on to Killing. What did you guys think of Killing? Now, before we get into that, I just want to state that Double Fine is they have a very strong proven pedigree when it comes to like very like kooky games, very what's the word I'm looking for here? Not awkward. What's the word that like wacky?
Niche.
No, not even
Yes.
niche. There's a term for it.
Wacky's a good one.
Yeah, so they find a very interesting way to blend things together and come up with like very interesting or very dope stories. So last year they dropped a game called Lighthouse. Is that Lighthouse? What was it called? Pixie? Is that what it was called? No, it wasn't Lighthouse.
Like,
But
yeah, I think it was. I don't know. No.
it was
It was
called
Double Fine, right?
yeah. What was it called? Seeker or something like that.
Oh, that was the game where you're literally as a lighthouse.
A
You go
Lighthouse.
across.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was them.
I don't know. That was
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, Keeper. That's what it was.
Keeper.
It
There
was
we
Keeper.
go. So they made Keeper. Keeper was a story entirely about a sentient lighthouse. And this was a post-apocalyptic game. So basically, after humanity is passed on, this lighthouse gains sentience and is exploring the world. And you get to slowly realize what ended humanity. I think I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that's kind of what happens in the story. Don't shoot me, Chad. But anyways, that's one.
Say that.
They also have this game that's coming out, Kiln, which is basically a pottery battle royale, which is insane to even. I didn't think in 2026 I would put those words together to make a sentence.
Well, can we? This is a great time to talk about how we got here, right?
Right.
Because what they do internally at that company
Right.
is they allow anyone to kind of submit an idea for a game, and they make votes on these ideas.
Right. That's very
So
something similar we do in KXI too. When you think about the shows that we develop, think about like we have Fighter Files. That's something we voted on. What was the other one that we did? We kind of had like a short-lived podcast before this.
everything we do is we try things and we put things together, and they're all really ideas that the team comes up with, and we
Yeah,
try 'em.
Street to Street. We had the Monster Hunter Monday. So these are things that we kind of vote on and just like, all right, let's do it. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. And this is kind of like the same philosophy they have in the studio, which is super dope to
They make
realize
demo
that.
games.
Right.
Once they do the vote, they'll make like a test simulation demo game of it, and they're like, "Are we having fun?" And if so, they move on into development.
Mm-hmm. So these are all the games that
The
they've
cool
worked
part
on.
is like it also brings like the team together too, because like if this is a pottery game, that means that somebody who like put this idea forward likes pottery,
Right.
and then to get pottery correct within the video game, everybody has to partake in pottery.
Right.
So now we're just doing pottery in the studio, bro. Like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Now we know how it works, which is cool.
Yeah.
I like that. So
This is super cool. And if my question is though, how long will it take to like create? Because you have to create these these pots before you fight them. How long will that take? And is it more of like a communal thing where before we get started, we come, we create our pots together, we talk about what we're doing. Oh, look at our pots. Do we get to see each other make these pots? You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
we get to enjoy
Nah.
time and then destroy
And
the
then
pots.
destroy the pots. Exactly. I kind of like that.
So I do have some insight as to kind of what's going on. So like, you have a base, your team has a base, the enemy team has a base. You're supposed to fill up water in your pot, and you're supposed to attack the enemy base with that, well, with the water that you fill up in your pot, right?
Right.
Now, here's the thing: the bigger your pot is, to get more water, the slower you move, and it changes the way your combat works. The shapes of your pot alter the parts of the map that you can go through,
Right.
and so it's unique in that sense. I have to give it to them. That's very unique and cool and interesting.
Mm-hmm. And they also explain that too. Like, depending on how you build your pot, that will affect how your pot navigates throughout the battleground or battlefield or whatnot. So that's super cool. One thing, what do you think would make or break this game, Pinksy?
I would say like for me, a big make or break for a lot of games recently is just stream. If you do that, and then people just like, yeah, this is how you're supposed to play. This is how you do this. This is the best. This is the best form of a pot. And then now everybody's doing the same thing.
Right.
And you start playing with people, and you get that one
Eh,
person that's like,
Streamer
is this
slop.
how you doing, guys? Bro, it's annoying. I hate that. Other than that, like everything else is fine. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's much else that you can mess up on a game that's just purely about fun.
But fun. All
Besides
right,
the fact
Heartless.
that
I don't think this game is supposed to be competitive at all either. And I can see people wanting to make this thing competitive. I can already see
They
it.
always
competitive,
do.
yeah.
They always do. My make or break for this game is the multiplayer. Is
Yeah.
multiplayer PvP? Does it run good, and is it fun?
Mhm.
Right? Like,
You want to know?
and
Okay, go ahead. My bad.
and
I
if
thought
it's
you
not,
finished.
then people will not play it. It'll be dead. It's kind
Right.
of, it reminds me almost in a way like, I don't know what I'm talking about here, so you guys can fire me, but it kind of reminds me in a way of like the party essence of a Splatoon, right? Is that
Yeah.
what you'd call it?
Yeah, I can see that.
So, so, and that was niche and unique at the time, and people liked it, and that kind of had its own. I don't know if it was successful financially, but it kind of had its own success, right?
Right.
Splatoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I would imagine if this were to hit the mark on what they're attempting to do, they're hoping to fall in line parallel to that idea. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, my make or break is definitely the pricing. If this game is anything above $30, I don't think anybody's gonna really shell out.
I would never buy this. First of all, I would never buy this. Second of all, I would never, if I were to be in the camp of like, oh, I would buy this game.
Mm-hmm.
$30 would be the maximum
Right.
I'd pay.
I think it's gonna go for $40. Honestly, that's the price range I'm looking to see this go at. How much was Keeper? How much was Keeper? That's a good marker. I feel like.
I'm looking into that right now. Actually, you caught me at the perfect time. $30. Keeper's $30.
Yeah, so this is gonna go for $30. This is gonna go for
That makes
$30. It's gonna go. So, like I said, it looks like a very interesting game, and Double Fine, I kind of trust them at this point because most of their games that I've played, I've enjoyed them. Psychonauts is probably one of my favorite games of all time to this day. Psychonauts 1 and 2. I didn't play Brigade, but I want to. And what's crazy? When I played Psychonauts, it was long after its time. The first one. I played Psychonauts about 15 years after its release. About that time. So,
15 years.
because the first Psychonauts came out for Xbox, the original Xbox. And then I played, so it's probably even more. Because when was the first Xbox release? 2003? 2001-ish? When was the first Xbox?
You know,
About
Don't
that,
ask
right?
me.
That up or now.
Mhm.
that's before me. I a little bit before me, but
I think it's 2001, but we'll see in a second. 2002.
I'm a baby.
2001. November 15, 2001. Wow.
Right. And then when was Psychonauts released? The first Psychonauts?
2005.
2005. And I played it 2021. So it's essentially how many years?
16.
About 16 years. So 16 years
Yeah.
after the game was released, I played it, and I enjoyed the crap out of it, bro. I had so much fun. It was one of those games that the minute I started playing, I couldn't stop playing it.
Well, that's what these party games are all about.
No,
you
no,
know?
no.
I don't-
No. Psychonauts is not a party game. Psychonauts is an adventure game, bro. And there's a whole story behind it. But the
Oh,
game's
okay.
also cell shaded. And I think that lent itself well to like the timelessness of the game. It didn't look,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? It didn't look dated. Because when you started playing even the sequel just felt very like similar. It's like an easier transition. Granted, it was better graphics, but you can see the trajectory. You could see the game, the DNA from the original game still in Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, and in the same way that like, when we pick up a Street Fighter Third Strike, we enjoy the pixelated nature of it.
Mm-hmm.
The cell shaded, like you said, lends itself to the style and the timelessness, because it just works. When people pick up a game that's cell shaded from the older days, they don't. It's not like they were ever expecting a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looking game. You know?
Right. Mm-hmm. Because even Sly Cooper, I picked up Sly Cooper recently, and I was like, this game looks amazing still, bro. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it, but like it's cell shaded, so that's why I kind of like cell shaded for video games. Anything that's hyper realistic, over time you get to see the age of that game.
Yes. Yes.
You're just like,
If you're
ugh.
looking for a hyper realistic look. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, Kiln looks super cool. Like I said, I'm probably never gonna play it. I'm lying. I might. It depends. If I have enough friends that have the game that want to try it out, I think I will try it out.
That even
That-
open.
You
It's-
don't
I
even have a
don't.
lot of friends.
I
Never
don't.
mind trying to
I
piece
don't.
together friends who are down to play this game.
Oh, I don't. Because yeah, I know you guys aren't gonna get it.
Okay, there you go. Your only two friends
I might.
out the window.
I might.
Pinksy might, because Pinksy be like, I'm not gonna get it, and then right after the game comes out, bro, same day, yo, guys, I ended up playing Kill. Yo, it's
Guys, I'm-
amazing, bro.
We never did tell the audience what the lore behind this pottery game really is. Like, you start off as like,
A
are they
soul,
spirits?
a spirit, yeah.
They're like a soul. A soul. You start off as a soul, and you essentially build the pottery. All these souls can do really is mold the pottery. So
Mhm.
that's what they do. They take advantage of the spinny wheel thingy, and then they mold the pottery, and then they make like a body, or like, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
so that they can move through the world really. So
Okay, cool.
that's what's happening. It's really the spirit that is not only, you see it. It's coming out of, you see it. I don't have to tell y'all.
Yeah, and then they animate it essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, final verdict. What would you say? How would you rate Kill on here? Scale of interesting to I don't give a fuck.
I
Uh,
don't care.
I don't care.
5.
Ah,
No, that's a lie.
like it.
That's a lie. It's full
It's a-
of
it's a
unique
interest-
stuff that I don't
Mhm.
care about. Unique and
Hold on.
interesting
Oh.
stuff.
All right.
right.
Yeah,
But,
I'm-
all right.
I might do it.
I might definitely. Pinksy, if you get it, I get it.
Oh, I'm getting it.
All right. So, but here we go. Last but not least of the showcase is actually a game that's been kind of dormant for a very long time, and it's Fable. I love the trailer for Fable, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. Pinksy, what do you think about Fable?
I liked it. I liked it. It's gonna get me into the Fable lore. Like if I enjoy that game,
Mhm.
there's a high chance that I might go explore the older games just as.
The first one is
Yeah,
on
I think
sale
that's
right
it.
now on Steam, $3.
$3.
Oh,
I know
oh.
you can scrape together 12 quarters.
I'm buying it at the end of this
At this point, I was about to say I might buy it.
Yeah.
And then I'm just gonna look into it.
Yeah, I
like-
think it's a nice way to warm up to this new game.
Yeah,
Just to
yeah,
get
for
used
sure.
to or understand what the game, you know. But
It's
yeah,
gonna be like, I can even say like before like Skyrim. Skyrim I played like in part,
yeah.
but I never understood why people like Skyrim. And then it was just one day I was like, sit my ass down and actually play through Skyrim. I'm like, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So That's how I ended up playing Psychonauts, I feel like, too. It's when they announced that Psychonauts 2 was coming out. I was like, let me go check out Psychonauts 1. I started playing that shit. It was like, this is amazing. So, yeah.
Definitely get into. Yeah.
hmm But, yo, what do you guys think? So, Heartless, your thoughts on Fable? We continue.
I already said everything I gotta say about Fable.
Yeah? We didn't talk about Fable on the show. We were talking about it behind the scenes.
That was the one. That was the game that I was speaking on.
When? No,
No,
we
Cash,
didn't
you're
talk
getting
about. We talked about Fable off the podcast. We were having a conversation about Fable off the podcast.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I just went in on Fable.
What about
Before
Fable?
we talked about Beast of Reincarnation.
No,
Well,
that was Forza.
I'll give you my thoughts on Fable.
Forza. We did Forza first.
I don't know. I might be tripping. I could be tripping, Chad.
No. You are tripping.
Because we were talking about this for hours at this point. But anyways, I could be tripping. I could be tripping. I don't know. We gotta watch it back. I'm pretty sure I was just winning on my thoughts on Fable.
Bro,
But
it's in order. I'm looking at this thing in order, bro. I have it here. The notes is right there.
all right, I'm gonna go back and watch it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Chat, tell me if I'm wrong, but y'all didn't hear my thoughts on Fable.
No, we didn't talk about Fable, bro.
We talked about the NPCs and how it's gonna be hard on the PC. And Pinksy was talking about how Dragon's Dogma.
I'm just laughing at this shit. We talked about it.
Did we? It doesn't feel like we did.
Yes. Yes, we did.
So I'm bugging.
You're
Yes.
bugging because I skipped, because when we started talking about Kilm, I had a few things about it, and then I said, yo, the thing that I'm really interested in is Fable, and then we all talked about it. And you're following the show flow, which
Yeah,
is my
probably.
bad.
That's probably it. God damn it. Heartless.
And we've been talking about this shit for hours.
Yes, because
So
we were
we
talking
should-
about
so
it
let-
before. Yeah, we were talking about it
And,
before
and
stream too.
Pinksy's over here trying to act like he knew the whole time. Nah, he was on your side the whole time until I
No,
mentioned
what?
the
No, I
Dragon's
wasn't.
Dogma. Until I mentioned the
No,
Dragon's
I wasn't.
Dogma.
I'm just laughing
Nah,
at you two.
stop
I'm
it.
literally just
Stop
laughing
it.
at you
Stop
two.
the cap. Stop the cap.
I said stop the cap.
I'm just laughing at you two. Y'all both hilarious, bro.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
you're
good.
right.
At least we're
You're right.
entertaining.
He right. He's definitely right. We did talk about it. It didn't feel like we did though, bro, because I feel like we had the conversation on stream.
Because you've been following the show flow.
Mhm.
And then I was like, yo, fuck him. But Fable, though.
Right. But yeah. All
sorry
right.
for
So,
the swearing. It's going on YouTube.
but yeah, pretty much we're already on YouTube. That's the funny part.
Whoa. What's up with Cash's left bicep? Hold on.
What?
Let's see that again.
What?
Flex it. Flex that left bicep. Oh,
Which
you
one?
looking jacked, bro. You back in the gym?
Of course I'm back. What are you talking about? You didn't?
Hey,
Did you not see the picture in the
yo!
Discord?
I thought that was a joke. I thought you just walked in and out for the picture.
This dude is bugging, bro. This man is bugging, bro.
Yo.
So no, I'm really looking forward to this though. Any final thoughts before we move on?
Move on.
Fable, definitely a cut.
Yeah, definitely a cop. The fact that you can get married, have kids, get rich, all that stuff, I
Could
think
you
it's
get married
amazing.
to multiple people?
I think that's what they said, and you can also potentially get divorced as well, bro. Like you can do everything in the game. The combat looks sick. Love the fact that the combat is very fluid. I low-key want to play
I'm
that.
on
The game looks amazing. The game looks amazing. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. But like I said, can't release yet. You're right. We actually did talk about it. Can't release during thing for Grand Theft. It cannot. But anyways, moving on. We're moving away from the developer direct, and now we are on Ubisoft. And now they're potentially shitting the bed and pissing me off because they just canceled one of my favorite fucking franchises of all time. Of course, I'm talking about Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time remake. And I knew there was shit kind of like in going up the crap shoot because we didn't hear anything for Prince of Persia since the release. Y'all remember 2 years ago when we saw the trailer for Prince of Persia and it was just a fucking candle in a window? Do you guys
Yes.
remember that? Remember that?
Yes.
That was 2 years
Yes.
ago. It was 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
That was a
And we got nothing else after that. Nothing. And then everybody kept asking, so, Ubisoft, what's going on with Prince of Persia? Say,
Oh,
Ubisoft,
Prince of Persia.
what's going on with Prince of Persia? Radio silence. They even dropped, and this is what I said this behind the scenes. They even dropped not a trailer, but they did a whole almost like a a mini doc for the Splinter Cell remake, and they were talking about how they're gonna overhaul the game from the ground floor up, and that was 2 years also. I haven't heard anything from it. So now this is begging the question: did they also quietly cancel Splinter Cell as well? Because they closed 2 studios, one in I think Sweden, Stockholm, and one in Canada, Quebec. Ubisoft
Oh.
closed those 2 down. So I don't know, bro. And they canceled Prince of Persia and 5 other games and claim that they're doubling down on their pre-existing or pre-established IP. Heartless. Now, let me start with Pinksy. Pinksy, what do you think about this, bro?
It's horrible.
Mhm.
It's horrible because it's like pre-established IP is
Rainbow
it's crazy.
Six.
Bro, yeah, it's Rainbow Six. I highly doubt it's For Honor. I know they're probably gonna stop supporting For Honor, but it's just it's a lot of live service stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it already. It's gonna be just a lot of live service stuff, and they're not doing so hot already. Like they don't have a good track record.
No.
They was just hacked on New Year's,
Not only that,
and we're gonna
they dropped 34% in the stock market, bro.
bro. So like it's with those 2 back to back, and then you decide to cancel 6 titles. Do you really think people are gonna trust you?
Right.
Because
They dropped last
don't-
week. They dropped 34% last week
Yo.
after they announced that they were canceling 6 games.
Cash.
Yo,
You're not selling the whole picture.
what?
They are from their all-time high down 93, 94%. They're
Mhm.
that is they are now selling at 91 cents a share, and they were up to 20 something dollars. 20 and change.
They're shitting the bed. They're shitting the bed,
They're
bro.
shitting the bed.
Which is why I think this whole thing with Tencent is a bailout. This whole thing with Tencent, but they don't want
That's
it
what
to
it's
come
shaping
off.
to be.
Yeah, but they don't want it to come off as a bailout because they're essentially making another studio entirely that is controlling their strongest IPs, which is Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and what's the other one? Is it Rainbow Six?
Rainbow Six.
Right? And that's where they're gonna control those games, so they can retain creative control over their IPs. No, it sounds like Tencent says, listen, these are the only games that we care about, and we're going to do something where we can kind of just like support those games, but we don't want to support the entirety of Ubisoft. That's just personally what I take away from this whole development. I can tell you the games that they're backing currently. But that's exactly what's going on. Tencent Ubisoft deal. I had
If
the
it's not
notes.
Siege that they're backing, I wouldn't even be mad about
Yeah.
genuinely.
It's a 1
Because like
point.
Siege it's not in a good state.
Yeah, it's a 1.16 billion minority stake. That's around 26% in Ubisoft new subsidiaries. So the new subsidiary is called Vantage Studios, right? And major IPs is Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. Like I said, yes, I was right. Damn, I read a lot, Jack.
I know about shit, guys.
Yeah, I know my shit. You know what I mean? But
Not
like
to toot my own horn.
$1.16 billion, bro, is what Tencent is basically injecting into Ubisoft's arm right now, bro. They're a dead studio. This is considered a restructuring or a company-wide reset, which is why they're canceling so many of those games. Which is why I feel like Splinter Cell is on that chopping block. Beyond Good and Evil 2 is on that chopping block. Prince of Persia, like we just saw, is on that chopping block. And whatever other game that they were working on to make an announcement for. But I think like those
Ubisoft,
3 games are
as we
dead.
knew it, is dead.
They're dead. They're dead. And I think if they don't course correct very fast, which I don't foresee them doing, they're gonna start selling off their IPs. And I would hope for them. The thing is, which studio would you like to see own Splinter Cell? Pinksy, I'll ask you that question. I don't. Which studio do you think would treat
Mm.
Splinter Cell or
Ah,
Prince of Persia with care? That's a hell of a question.
That's
CD
a hell
Projekt
of a
Red
question.
would do Splinter Cell Fire.
Probably would, but they probably wouldn't take that up.
Yeah.
They're so focused on like those two games that they have, those two IPs that they have, which is
Witcher
Witcher, Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
I don't
Yeah,
think
and they're
they're
treating
gonna
those
take
well
up
because like
anything.
they could either do Splinter. They have like a track record for both shooters and just swords and games. So like they
Mhm.
could either do Splinter Cell or they could do whatchamacallit, Prince of Persia. Like, it'd be really good.
Yeah.
Their storytelling is amazing. But that's difficult. That's difficult.
That's difficult. I don't
Mm.
know what studio I would like to see take on Splinter Cell, bro. I just don't know.
Like the
But this is
only
it. So their projected loss is 1 billion euros, bro. Operating loss. So for the fiscal year of 2026, that's what they're looking at. 1 billion euros is what they're looking to lose. And
It's a lot-
tied
it's a lot of
and
euros.
yeah, and 650 million euros tied to the canceled projects. So that's the loss they're gonna take. So they're basically gonna file every game that they just canceled as a tax write-off for $650 million, bro, or million euros rather, and doubling down on existing franchises or established franchises, which is just those three games, like, which is it's very interesting too
Wait,
because
let me
they
get this straight.
mm-hmm.
They didn't release a product and they can file it as a loss in their taxes.
Yes, they can. That's the same thing that Warner Brothers did.
Okay, but did they actually put the $600 million into these games that they're claiming?
Yeah, because they had to
As-
pay
as-
people to make the games.
They spent $600 million to make these games and just gave up making them.
I'm telling you, bro. That's why Warner Brothers did what they did with like the Batwoman, our Batgirl movie that was slated to release. That's why they shelved the movie, because they can now file it as a loss because they paid people to do all this stuff and the movie never saw theaters. If they had released the movie, they could not file that loss because the movie came out. It hit the market. You know what I mean?
If they no. If they release the movie
Mm-hmm.
and it loses money, they still file it as a loss.
You think so?
If it loses money, yeah. Well, yeah. If it loses money, it loses money. Absolutely.
But I think it's better if they don't, because they can recoup all that money back, all the money that they put in back. I think
I mean,
There
I'm
has
not
to be
sure
some kind of
exactly
benefit.
How,
has to be some kind of benefit for them not releasing it
for
as
sure,
opposed
for
to
not
releasing
releasing
it.
the movie.
Yeah.
100%.
Mhm.
100%. Yeah. I mean,
Why would they cancel this many projects?
I don't know. Maybe the projects are not going well, and they don't want to invest the money, or maybe the deal that they just got is contingent upon some conditions.
Yeah.
Maybe putting more of their focus into the new
games.
studio.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So maybe the new deal left them and with not that much money to work on these projects.
I have a crazy question for you guys. When was the last time you've seen Ubisoft got a game that got anything below an 8 or a 9? When was the last game from Ubisoft to get a 8, a 9, or an 8? Anything below an 8, should say. When was the last time?
So 7 or lower.
7 or lower, yeah. No, 8. We're going to leave it at 8. When was the last time you've seen
Leave
a
it at 8?
game from Ubisoft got an 8?
Let me just double check one thing.
Yeah, go check. The last
Yeah, good.
Ubisoft game to get an 8. We're not even going to say 10 or a 9. Say 8. That's the you know?
Damn. I was gonna say Star Wars. I was gonna. Well, I looked to see if Star Wars Outlaws was an Ubisoft game because I was pretty
7.
positive
It is.
it was.
It is.
It's a
7.
7 though.
7. Name another one. I dare you guys. I'm waiting for you guys to find a game that is 8. Not even Assassin's Creed, bro.
Fuck. I was about to look at. Oh no, wait. Assassin's Creed.
Rainbow
Oh no, well
Six
that's on
Siege.
Steam.
Rainbow
It's
Six
on 9.
Siege.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna count Rainbow Six Siege. That's a lie.
Mhm. Exactly.
I'm
We're
not gonna
talking about their
So,
like
hey,
their single player
a
games
game
are
that-
this.
single player game is like a live service game that can fluctuate anytime.
Yep.
Siege has some bad moments, but it's not gonna drop the score overall. But Siege has some really bad moments where like if they would have launched it as a single game around that time, it would have been bad.
Yeah. So you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying now? So you're
Was it Far
this
Cry?
is Far Cry. How long ago was that?
Far Cry
don't
3
know.
was the last one I remember.
Yeah, Far Cry 5, I think, the last one, or 6.
96% users liked it. Far Cry 3 released on November 29,
Oh yeah, Far Cry
2012.
5 got a 9.
2012
Far Cry 5.
got a 9.
Far,
What year was that?
Far Cry 2018.
2018.
Far Cry 5 was
All
9.
right, from 2018 to now, find a game that has gotten
No, okay, 2017 to now because Origins was actually
exactly right.
Origins was 9.
So from that
So
time to
2017.
now, find a game that's
Still bad.
gotten an 8
Still bad. It's still bad.
It's 8 years of
It's so
misses.
bad.
of misses,
Bro,
bro. Of
8 years,
mediocre games.
8
7 is just good. 7 is just okay. Think about that for a second. So this is just me thinking right now. Ubisoft is tired of making okay games, and now they're trying to lock in and just trying to get their games up to like an 8 or a 9. They're not even hoping. They're not even trying to get a 10. They just want to get
So
to
you
an
think they
8 or 9.
foreseen this hit that
Bro.
they just took financially because of these decisions?
Yes, because there's so many games, bro. All of their games are mediocre at best, bro. Most of their games that they've released in the past 8 years have been mediocre at best.
I don't think anything has been new IPs.
None,
So
Except for
Cash,
Star
None of them-
Wars.
none of them-
except for Star
question
Wars.
of the hour then.
Yeah.
Question of the hour.
hmm
Would you buy Ubisoft stock today, Cash?
That's kind of tough. I don't know. I don't think so.
I wouldn't.
I
So,
wouldn't.
Neither. Do you guys think Ubisoft will be here in 10 years?
It's possible. It's possible to see them be here in 10 years if they can course correct in the next 3. They have an opportunity to course correct in like the next 3 years. I feel like the next few games that they drop gotta be bangers, bro. Because that's how you're
It's
going
really
to
big. They have-
build
they
up
have to
your
cook
fat.
back to back.
Yeah, that's how you're gonna start building up like confidence in your brand again. Like the brand confidence is super low right now in Ubisoft.
I feel like we watched Capcom kind of just like build amazing brand strength in the last 15 years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think like we can see companies do it, but I don't know. And like Ubisoft is a company I think everybody wants to win,
Mm-hmm.
right? We all want to see Ubisoft winning. Did
I
Ubisoft
feel-
make the Tony Hawk games?
Debatable. No, that's EA, but debatable. Activision. That's still EA, right? Bro, my brain's kind of fried. Anyways, debatable. I feel like it's gotten to the point where Ubisoft went from like not even an industry darling, but it's just like the fans loved Ubisoft to just like totally aiding them now because I feel like they're just so hyper focused on just like, and I get it, they're a business, but they care about more about making money than pleasing their fans. And they're so focused
they
on
have-
like the live
so much.
service bubble, bro, that they're losing sight of everything else. Assassin's Creed was supposed to have a live service element in it, bro, where you can purchase costumes and shit, which is why we have that base thing, Pinksy, in the game. But I think they aborted it last minute. Why? Because they realized nobody's really fucking with. And what are you doing with live service games in a single player game?
Yeah,
bro?
nobody liked it. They had the live. They had that. Or it was
Wait,
Origins,
so wait, they were gonna
Odyssey, and pay
they were gonna pay a team of developers to consistently
Yes,
create new skins for this game so that
skins
people.
and exactly, so you can do shit throughout the world, unlock coins and shit to then purchase costumes and weapon
Yeah.
skins and all this for what? For a single
That's
So the
player
size of
game?
Odyssey's map and majority of the stuff that you can collect is currency that you can use to buy skins. Like
Mm,
there's gyms around Odyssey's map where if you collect those, it just keeps you playing the game. But when you collect those, you can get up enough, and then you can go into the shop and buy skins. Horrible. It's really bad.
yo, so the
So I'm
chat
like, yo,
saying
it's a really
Skip
nice
saying,
map. You're like, yo,
yeah. So let's look at the chat real quick. Reaper, welcome in. So Reaper saying that's what's happened when you focus on pleasing investors instead of consumers. 100% agree. Skipper is saying I think their last IP that's really keeping them afloat is Rainbow Six Siege. Totally agree. Um,
that's
and they're
good.
failing that game and its community terribly. So I'll
What's
leave
going
that to
on with that?
Pinksy. I'll leave that to Pinksy
Yeah,
because
Pinksy,
Pinksy is
please
But
the
talk
guy
to us.
for Rainbow Six. Skipper is saying they're
so yeah,
failing the community, the Rainbow Six community.
no, they're definitely failing the Rainbow Six community. 'Cause it's just like when it comes to character balance between that game, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Is you're pushing. It started off as boots on the ground tactical. Now it still has a tactical element in it, but it's it's leaning more toward like horrible map control, and it's just like instead of playing a tactical game where it's search and destroy tactically, you're just gonna play search and destroy. It
Mm-hmm.
almost feels like you're playing Call of Duty but without the sliding. That's exactly what it feels like. 'Cause you have it went from people, it went from characters that could just they all of their gadgets had a story to it, and it made sense. And now you're just dishing out people that have robotic arms that can shoot lasers. And you have another person that has lasers that can just go on a door, and you can place those up and just set up a whole trip line. But it's not fun.
Yeah.
It is there, and the only reason why I find it fun is because I'm just finding like different ways to work around different things. But it's a constant learning curve when it comes to playing that game. So if somebody takes a break from it, and then you're coming back to enjoy a game, and there's like six new characters that you don't know what the hell they do, or it's you're pushing out new characters, and they used to push out new guns. I think every 4 or 5 characters. Every character is just reused assets.
Really?
It's just that all guns are just reused assets. That we literally just got a new gun recently, and guess what they did with that? They locked the gun behind a battle pass. So you had to purchase the battle pass to use the gun. So when I got on for the new season, I didn't have the battle pass, nor did I have the gun. I was like, yo, where's the new gun at? I couldn't use the gun because I had to purchase the battle pass,
That's crazy.
and it was horrible.
That's crazy.
So
They're
you're.
also locking characters. It went free too, so it's free to play.
Mm,
But if you want to play ranked and everything, you then have to purchase it's a whole paywall now. So you have to purchase. I don't even know what it's called because I own the game already. They didn't lock that behind a paywall. Well, all new players will have to pay to play ranked.
that's crazy. So do you think if Ubisoft decide to sell off a game like Siege, do you think that's a signal of like real trouble? Because like, what is their
Yes.
strongest IP right now? If not Rainbow Six.
Um,
I can't
even
think of
know.
anybody else.
I really can't think of anything else because I was gonna say For Honor would be their second
Mm-hmm.
strongest IP, but they're about to stop focus on that in year 10.
Right.
So I think that's next season. They're dropping one more character or a couple of more characters, and then after that, they're stopping support on it.
So you see?
They still been dropping characters for For Honor.
Yeah, I've been playing that on and off, but there's a lot of new characters in For Honor that they've been dropping on, like that community get, but it's not holding it enough. So if they're stopping support on that, yeah. But mainly it's mainly Siege. Siege is what's bringing it in because you got Jinxie that's bringing in people, and then people want to play with their friends. Now if you've been playing from 2015 or any time before that, and then you're playing with new people, a lot of people will just pay to play with their friends. That's exactly what it is. Like, they'll pay to play with their friends. I don't care. I'll pay to play with my friends.
Right.
But it's really bad when you look at it from Siege. Everything was pretty much free. You could play you bought the game, you can play the game and then unlock everything. Actually enjoy playing. Like you can play the characters. You used to be able to buy characters with the renown in the game. You can't do that for like the first 2 weeks of the character. What's annoying?
Right. Your Reaper is saying the Tom Clancy license is their bread and butter. I totally agree. But I think mainly it is Rainbow Six. And I know Rainbow Six is Tom
Yeah,
Clancy
mainly
still,
Prestige.
but it's mainly Rainbow Six.
Mainly,
So what do you
nothing a
think?
dead man's dead game.
Right? If Ubisoft sells off its IP, right? All right, does doubling down on safe franchises stabilize Ubisoft, or is it slowly killing its ability to like innovate? What do you think that?
That's an excellent question.
Right?
It's just killing. I think it's killing the ability to innovate because it's
Yeah.
like a lot of there's a lot of stuff that they would have to compete with, and when
Mhm.
it comes to like different games.
Right.
So if you're just doubling down on your single IP, you're thinking of if it ain't broke, fix it. But you broke it a long time ago.
I mean, look at
Right.
Fortnite.
Now you have to fix it.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like they got gun shy. Here's the thing too. They got gun shy when X Defiant came out and it didn't perform well and they had to close down that game. But the problem with X Defiant was you put it in a market competing with a bunch of other shooters, bro. A bunch of other live service shooters. People don't want that. We already have the games that we're gonna go to. Like I tried out X Defiant. It was fine. It was I found it fun, but like not enough people found it fun. So of
Yeah,
course
it's
the
just all
game's
their
gonna die.
original IPs is they're trying to make a name in an already established market.
Right. You cannot.
The closest
You
thing that they
need to
already have a
find a
name in
game.
is Siege.
Exactly. So that's also a dumb idea, in my opinion, because you had Siege and then you created another shooter. Why not just focus all your energy on Siege as your live service game, right? And then
That's what happened
Yeah,
with
but
Apex.
keep focusing on like your brands that people love, your Prince of Persia, your Splinter Cells, Ghost Recon. Like, what is up with you guys in these games? Far Cry. When was the last time we seen a Far Cry game? When did the last Far Cry
I
come
feel like
out?
their original
2018.
ideas. No, that was Far Cry
Well, that was
6.
5. 2018 is 5. How many Far Cries is there? 6?
6. Yeah.
Yeah,
Far Cry
Okay.
6.
Far Cry
Far Cry
6
6.
came out in 2021.
2021.
So 5 years,
5 years. Yeah.
4 5 years.
Okay.
5 years.
So yeah. So Far Cry. So they basically drop Far Cry about almost every 5 years.
Yeah, but that one it was fun, but it wasn't great.
No, it wasn't great. I feel like a lot of people kind of wrote it off. It didn't really last long either. It didn't stay in the public consciousness for very long. But is that like a signal of the times? Is it because of where we're at now in society as like consumers of games? I feel like games don't stick around very long. Single player games especially. They don't really stay around for too long. They're here for like 2 weeks tops. Dead. Nobody talks about them anymore. So is that solely on Far Cry? Was that solely on Far Cry though, or was it just like the times we're currently living in as gamers? What do you guys think?
It's probably just times. It's
Yeah.
just everything because like I know I find myself going back to games.
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody I work with. He was like, I try different games, but the only game that he goes back to is Dead by Daylight. He's been playing Dead by Daylight since it came out.
Bro, I can't play that.
Wow.
And like, it's just like, bro, like it's just like once people find their game, they will find their game and go back to it, and you have to create something that will at least get them away from that game for a certain amount of time, at least. So your
Mhm.
idea has to be blown out of the water, and I don't think Ubisoft is really good with original ideas. They're not.
They're not. They're not, bro.
had
They
a really good
passed
one.
on Expedition 33, bro. They passed on
they had a really
Expedition
good one.
33. But
It's so
to
bad.
be
They
fair,
had, if we stay in the Siege window too, right? We have Siege, and then they also had it was like a zombie. It was like a zombie alien thing.
mm-hmm.
It's like it's remotely like GTFO. It's exactly what it is. It was a Ubisoft version of GTFO, and they made a whole completely separate game off of an event that they had in Siege,
Mm-hmm.
and that went to shit. It was a really bad game.
Oh,
Like, I
that
don't
zombie
understand
thing?
how
I
you-
saw that before. I
Yeah,
was so confused with it because, like, yo, wait a minute. Freaking
it was Rainbow Six
Rainbow.
Extraction.
Yeah, Rainbow Six has zombies now.
Really good
The
idea.
first time I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, Rainbow Six has zombies now? What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like a whole like plague thing that they had, and
Mm-hmm.
it was only just in an event within Siege, and everybody liked it so much that they tried to build on it, and they built on it. Really good idea. Like, it was really dope. I was
Yeah.
excited for it. I played it, and I was like, like, it just feel clunky. Everything was clunky. They didn't get the logistics properly in that game. I'm like, how do you guys have a? You guys had the event. Everything was perfect in the event. All you had to do was just paste and expand the
Right.
logistics across it, and they can do that.
To be fair, I feel like if Expedition 33 came out for Ubisoft, it wouldn't be the game we know today. My personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. I feel like there would be a lot of like studio interference.
It's dog water. Extraction straight
Mhm.
dog water.
Yes,
Such a bad idea.
Extraction. So, question, guys: do you guys think this Ubisoft situation is unique, or is just an extreme example of what's happening across AAA games right now?
Extreme example. Definitely
Is
extreme
it?
example.
It's an extreme example. I feel like, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's solely a Ubisoft problem. No, I feel like other studios are kind of experiencing something similar to this degree. Like if you think about like
So
Warner
it's other, yeah.
Brothers.
You
Mm-hmm.
can
It's
see it in
hard
a
to
lot of
please
other
people.
studios.
Huh?
It's definitely difficult. Yeah, it's very hard to beat people because like you had Capcom. They you if we talk about like you bring Monster Hunter into this,
Mm-hmm.
they forced the Monster Hunter launch to hit the quota to then be able to keep working on Monster. Everybody's pissed about it. Monster had a bad launch, and the only thing is that you can please but so much people, but at that point just focus on pleasing the community that you're trying to please instead of just focusing on pleasing a bunch of people or at least trying to bring in new people. Because as long as you focus on pleasing your main community that completely supports you,
Right.
they'll bring in new people.
Yeah, they would
They'll
for
always
sure.
bring in new people.
So,
You'll always have new people.
question: do you think the current AAA model is unsustainable? Are we in agreement that I feel like the current AAA model is definitely unsustainable because I feel like they pump so much money into games, and even if the game on paper performs well, like when they look at the metrics, it's like it underperformed because based on the amount they put in, based on the amount of investments they put in, they're not seeing that benefit of the release. Am I making sense here?
Yeah, it's definitely
Heartless, what do you think?
it's,
I mean, Reaper in the chat brings excellent points about the dichotomy between the publishers, studios pleasing
Investors?
the investors and taking care of your audience. And the so you asked, is it an extreme example or extreme case of companies doing it? I think they're kind of like the big one in the field that we grew up with, that
Mm,
we're kind of watching struggle to navigate this changing gaming landscape, you know?
mm-hmm.
And it's crazy though because they're trying to please their investors, I think, and be about money, like with the live service Assassin's Creed, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a way to please the investors, right? And their stock is just going down. It's like that's not the way to do it.
Right.
That's it's not the way to do it.
Yeah, I feel like if you please your customers, more customers will come. Like investors and
Yes.
all or whatever, but like they need to
Pleasing
find a way
investors is
to.
very short-term thinking.
Yeah, exactly. They need to find a way to try and please both their investors and their fan base simultaneously, and I don't know how they're gonna do that at this point in time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know, bro.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really curious to see how Ubisoft navigates what's happening
Yeah,
and whether they'll be here in 5, 10 years.
yeah. I'm. That was my follow up question. Would you do you Is anybody currently excited to see what Ubisoft like pulls off in the next 5 years? Like, is anybody looking forward to any of these things? Because the fact that one game that I particularly was looking forward to is now canceled. Like, are you telling me that there's another Prince of Persia game that you're working on? Because that's all I really care about. I want to know that a Splinter Cell game is coming out, a Prince of Persia game is coming out. Those two games are like two of my most favorite like Ubisoft brands, franchises in general. So if you're telling me that you're not going to focus on these games anymore, I don't have an interest in Ubisoft, so to speak. They've canceled other games too. They had a Division game that they were working on, which they completely scrapped 2 years ago.
Yeah, but so if you ask me,
Mhm.
I think they have something that most companies would die for, which is Rainbow Siege 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Siege. I said okay. Rainbow Siege 6. Rainbow Six Siege. I keep saying it backwards. Anyways, they have that,
Yeah.
and they have Assassin's Creed, right? Uh, I think they should stick to having the one live service game that's a hit, right?
Right.
Fix that
Mm-hmm.
and focus on giving people like the single player experiences that we grew up enjoying and
From
having in our
Ubisoft.
lives
Mm-hmm.
from Ubisoft, right? But just take it to the next level. They had a model that worked, and it stopped working.
I almost wonder, is it because of the new CEO, which is Yves Guillemot? I don't know if he's to blame.
When was that?
When did he become? I have to double check that. Like, when did he
I'll
become?
find out.
Like,
I'll find out right now.
I'd love to know when he became the CEO of Ubisoft. When he started to right the ship.
Oh, he's been with the position since 1988.
Yeah,
There's
so
no
it's not him, but there's definitely bad decision making happening though.
well, let's find out how old they are. How old are they? Do you know? I'll
No.
find out right now.
Ubisoft?
No. This person, 65 years old. Well, you'd imagine across the last 20 years they've had a ton of control in
Yeah.
the company, right?
And you know what it is? This might be an old way of thinking too. I feel like he needs to find a successor to push Ubisoft into the
Yes,
future.
an appropriate successor.
An
yes.
appropriate successor. And I feel like his way of thinking is probably a detriment to Ubisoft currently.
That's a very valid point. Well,
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's like a fact, but it's a very good guess as to what could be happening.
Yeah, because I feel like what might have worked in like in the 90s to like early 2000s might not necessarily be working now. It's not working now. Clearly, it's not.
And
So
the way they're jumping into it, the new ways of things,
Right.
like the live service Assassin's Creed,
Right.
is clearly like it indicates they don't have a full understanding
Of
of the current landscape.
Because again, at the end of the day, I know he has like a team around him or whatever, but at the end of the day, the decision that they come to might rest on his shoulders. Like, he might have to be the last one to like, have the say so. He has
I don't
advisors.
think that's the case.
You don't think so?
Because with a company like Ubisoft and there's so many projects
Boards
going on.
Yeah, boards. Might be a lot of like board members.
Yeah, because I think each project has a head. Like there's a head director for each project, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd imagine the CEO is setting the vision
Right.
for the company and assessing and kind of expressing to the directors, the head of directors, like kind of what direction they're trying to go in as a whole with the company. But when
Right.
they agree what games they're going to start working on, I think that maybe the huge decisions are left for the CEO. Maybe, for sure, right? I can see that being a thing.
Like the things that affect the company at large. is
Yeah.
left to the CEO.
And so he could be responsible for those shortcomings there.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe he does trust too much. And we're getting products that are just not
Yeah, lackluster.
It's a very valid question. Something to
Hmm.
look into.
Yeah, bro. Because like I said, with Star Wars, the game wasn't bad, and I keep telling people this: the game was not bad, but it wasn't great, and I don't know what it was missing, bro.
I blame him then.
The
You know why I
game
blame
wasn't.
him?
Why?
If the game's not bad, that indicates to me that the people making the game know how to make a good game.
Right.
If the game's not good, in that case, that indicates to me that the people who know how to make a good game were probably not receiving all the resources they need, or probably put under tight constraints
Hmm.
to make the great game they know they can make.
Right.
That's my educated guess.
Right. Yeah, the game to me was not terrible. The game had like a lot of bugs though, but I didn't make or break the game for me personally. I enjoyed the game. The story was dope, whatever, but graphically the game could have been better. Um, but to me, mainly that was my issue. It was just like the minor pop ins and the glitches and all that stuff. But overall, it wasn't a terrible game. It was a good game,
Did you
which is
beat
why
it?
it's sitting at a 7. I haven't beat it. No, I haven't beat it. No.
You
I
still
have
haven't
a
beat
thing
it?
with open world games. It's like it takes me a while to beat open world games because I have so many on my in my backlog. So I'll hop into one, I'll play one for like 2 hours. Then some other time, when at some random point in time, I'll hop into another one, play it for 2 hours. That's how I play my open world games, to be honest with you guys. Until I really find one where like, all right, I gotta lock in and beat this one. It's like Hollow Knight.
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild is also very important, but Hollow Knight, I've owned this game for years, bro. Years. And I just started playing the game and I beat the game now. It's just that's just my thing. I don't know why I'm like that. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one though. I promise you I'm not the only one. I used to think
No, you're
that
not.
until I started to hear people.
The way I started doing it is like my story games. The way I got like through Horizon really
Mhm.
fast is I kept story related quests
Mhm.
for stream, and it's side quests and leveling up and everything, which could
Off
be
stream.
boring shit off stream.
That's fire. That's a real.
Yeah, we
That's
talked
a
about
gem right
this.
there.
Yeah, that's dope, but bro, I'm telling you, bro, as much as I love Horizon, dog,
I hear it's a
whenever I
slow
play
start.
that game, oh my god, it's a slow game. It's not a slow
Bro, it's
start.
not. It's really
It's a
slow.
slow
It's a slow
game,
game.
bro.
Then
Like the
why
I
do
first one
people
is
love
love
the
really
game
it?
really slow.
because it's a great game, but it's just slow. It's just like to me, Red Dead 2 is an amazing game, but good lord, is it slow?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is
Like
so slow.
I
everybody,
owned it on PS4,
Yeah.
and I got like maybe like a third of the way, a quarter of the way through the story, and I
Mhm.
recalled it being a very slow.
It's very slow. It's a very methodical game. You got to build up the
That's another game
camp.
I need to
You
cop.
got to do a lot of stuff. And again, I enjoy the game a lot. But my lord, bro, you got to have. I'm not like. It's not like back in the day because I'm wondering when I was playing the game with not Grand Theft, Red Dead. When I was playing Red Dead, I asked myself, would I feel the same way now playing the first Red Dead? Because, bro, when I started playing Red Dead, the first Red Dead Redemption, I I just nonstop. That was the only game I played until I was done with it, bro. And then they dropped the DLC Undead Nightmare. Oh my lord, I almost lost my shit. Started playing that too. So I wonder if I would have had that same experience, or is it because now I'm an adult and I have responsibilities? Is that why
Responsibilities.
responsibilities? That's a Rugrat joke.
responsibility.
You, you don't know that?
I love
When
that.
Tommy said to
Oh,
Chucky,
with bills and
responsibilities.
responsibilities. Oh, chat, I'm slow. Don't mind me.
Yeah, Tommy said that to Chucky. I'm a grown up now. I have responsibilities.
That's
Funny,
too
bro.
good.
Yeah,
See, but
but
that's the
I
you say it
definitely.
like that, right?
Mhm.
It's that's where like I like in games is because it's world building and storytelling.
Right.
Because it's like it sometimes it depending on like how you pace it, the two if you find like the game to be very slow, it's because they're building the world and the story within the game.
Right.
So like you're taking in a lot of information, both
Mhm.
world wise and story wise. And you're like, damn, it's just slow. And they're just trying to feed you that information. Some
Mhm.
games do that, and they just do it in the form of books that you pick up and leave in your inventory that you forgot about for like your next two playthroughs. Or it's just like how Horizon and Red Dead does it. Is the world is built within a story.
Mhm.
Now the Red Dead world is already built, but the future is built. So you still have to understand what's going on in the past. So
Right.
they're building that up. They're building everything up with the story. The story is built within the world. The world is built within you progressing. So your progression is the story, which is I like those a lot. Those I like.
Yeah. So, chat.
Tell,
Go ahead, artist.
tell me why Red Dead Redemption is more expensive than Red Dead Redemption 2.
Because Red Dead Redemption is a fucking masterpiece. I said it. I said it.
Better than the second one?
If I say it, people are gonna come at me with pitchforks. But yes, it is. I don't care. It's better than the second one. To me, the second one is like an old west simulator, bro. And again, that's not bad. It's not bad. That's not terrible. But it's way too slow for me, bro. Way too slow.
Have you beaten it?
The second one? No, I beat the first one.
Nah, you got to beat the second one.
I'm gonna beat it. I love watching like videos of people talking about like what they've discovered in the game. I was like, oh, that's sick.
Steam Reaper.
Huh? Oh, he's talking
Reaper's
about
asking
Steam.
where I was seeing those prices. Steam, yeah.
Reaper's
Steam,
gonna
Steam, Steam.
Reaper's gonna tell you to go on GOG. Watch.
I know.
So, chat. This is our next topic. It made me laugh just to even think about it. We kind of left off to the Ubisoft thing. Like, do you guys see a future for Ubisoft to like course correct? And how long would you give them to course correct before we move on?
I'm sorry, can you ask that again?
Do you see a future for Ubisoft? And if there's a level of, if there's a window for course correction, how long is that window of course correction that you guys have for them?
3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years. Pinksy, what about
Yeah.
you? Yeah,
I was in like the 4 to 5 range.
yeah, yeah. I like.
And,
I
like,
got.
it has to be consistent bangers.
Yeah,
And they have to have something they're working on that is going to be something people like.
yeah. Beyond Good and Evil is the best one, the biggest one. They gotta. And you know what happens? They kind of shot themselves in the foot with that because they've waited so long to release the game. Now people have this like overinflated expectation of this game now, bro. That if the game comes out and it's okay, it's gonna kill them. It's gonna kill Ubisoft. They can't afford to make okay games anymore. They can't. But anyways, moving on. Chat, I wanted us to all watch this together. And I want not just me, but my fellow members of the panel here as well to tell me what they think about this game. We ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Wait a minute. Are you guys seeing this?
I'm
Yeah.
seeing it on the stream, so it might be a little delayed.
Mhm.
Is this Marathon?
Yes.
Talsilia's dying. Poisoned.
I'll
Disease.
hold my thoughts until the end of the trailer.
Buried and rotting. With the UESC holding a shovel. As That's where you come in, Hunter.
Also, what people fail to realize is this is actually a remake
Reborn.
of
Every time
one
you
of Bungie's first games.
The truth is in your hands. Survive
That
or
grappling thing
die.
is a kill with you.
Yeah, it was.
How you feel about this cash you sold?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
No,
Sold
I'm not.
mine.
I'm not buying that shit. I think this game looks generic as fuck. I said it. This game looks super generic. I'm gonna show you guys the special.
Hold on.
Well-
Can you read the chat? Do you
Well-
want Dispatch on PC? Makio want a copy and has stated to give it to you. Hell yeah! Dispatch? Hell yeah! Ooh, Makio, thank you so much.
You got dispatch?
I got Dispatch.
He has Dispatch now.
Yo!
Yeah, that's dope. I bought that game the first day it came out, bro. Shout out to my.
How much was it?
I don't remember, like $25, $30.
That's huge. That's huge. Can you link a song for us? DM it to me. We can't listen to it on the podcast. We don't want to get DCM made from the YouTube, unfortunately.
No, we can't afford that. Can't afford that. We're not rich yet, Maki. Okay.
I'll tell you this though, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to the conclusion that as we grow as streamers,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely just gonna just get more games. You know what I'm saying? More games, and you know, if it ever got to a point in which like, my stream was actively producing me enough money to like live comfortably, I would just play all the RPG games. I
yeah,
have
for sure.
all of them beat.
Yeah. All right. Here's the other one. Here's the other trailer. This is the special edition collector's bundle, guys.
Is that a physical product we're looking at?
Yeah, it's a physical product.
Oh shit!
Well, you don't see those a lot.
Oh, I didn't mention. It doesn't come with the game.
Oh no.
GG's.
I want y'all to stop. I'm stopping this right here. Look at this character. Does this character look cool to you? Would you want to own this character in your living room
No.
or on your?
Nah, she looks cool.
She looks cool. Not to me, she
I
does.
think the whole kit looks amazing.
That shit looks ugly. The kit, the box to me looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. The box
Nah, I
to
think
me
the whole
looks
thing
cool.
looks sick.
Nah, that character looks ugly, bro.
Is it? Okay, play. Nah, you hating big time. That's fucking
Oh no,
sick.
no. Chat. So now I'm gonna ask the chat. Is Marathon a cop for y'all?
I'm not
this,
buying
I
that
don't
game
think
at
this
all.
bundle's worth it. Actually, when I'm looking at it,
The
it's not a
bundle,
bundle I'd
the
buy.
bundle is $230, my good sir.
Yeah, no.
I forgot to mention.
A $99.99 bundle that would make sense, but nah.
I'm not.
And it doesn't
buying
come
that
with the
game.
game.
No. So the 230 one comes with the game, but they're selling the bundle without the game for 170.
That makes sense. No, that's good. Why would we not want them to do that?
But
Why would we not want
170,
them to do that?
170, and then 230 for the game. How much is that? How much is the game?
Oh, I see what you're saying there now. You're saying $60 for the game. How much is the game?
That's about $60 for the game. But is that 60?
Okay, so that makes sense. That makes
Yeah.
sense. There's multiple versions of the bundle. If you
Mm-hmm.
already own the game and you just want to buy the collector's kit, there's that. And then if you want
Who's collecting that though, bro?
I agree. You typically like So like I said, that shit looks sick, right? But it's not attached to like an IP we want to
Exactly.
show off.
So
Yeah,
why am I
yeah.
spending $230 for an IP that I don't know?
Yeah, no,
Reaper.
I would not. It's not like owning the Iron Man helmet or the
Right.
Pizzo. How did Pizzo get that?
The axe from
How
God
did
of
he
War.
get that shit?
I don't know. It probably ordered it. Probably a special edition. You probably have to buy the game and get it.
Nah, that's a real deal axe. Ain't no way they.
Yeah,
Nah.
Reaper,
That's still fire though.
Reaper said in the chat they are relying on nostalgia for Marathon. Problem is, Marathon didn't have that impact when it was released. It was a very crowded market at the time. I get that. But how many exactly? How many people are gonna? Oh my God, it's Marathon! Nobody's really getting excited for Marathon, bro. Like who is? Who is really getting excited for this game? I also it has a price tag of 40. No, I think this game has a price tag of $40. Heartless.
Yeah. Okay. So that doesn't make sense. Now that doesn't make sense.
This game has a price
Why
tag
would
of
I
40
buy the
bucks.
230 bundle when I can buy the game separately and then buy the 170 bundle? So I have the same thing for 210 as opposed to 230. You mean?
Not only
Makes no
that,
sense.
I'm foreseeing this game as a Concord 2.0, in my
Oh.
personal opinion.
All day.
It's dead. It's dead. Especially if it's
DOA?
dead. Especially if it's gonna come out for only PlayStation. It's dead. It's dead.
Yeah, it's gonna die quick.
Bro, look at what happened to Concord. That's the only proof I need. It died in 10 days, bro. Bro,
No, it legit died.
in
I don't
10
know if
days.
this game will legit die, but I think it'll die.
No, I think
you
this
know?
game is gonna legit die. I really feel like this game's gonna legit die.
Imagine owning the collector's kit to a dead game. Yo, imagine owning the collector's kit to a dead game.
All right, think about it. Look at this, right? High Guard, right,
Does that
is a
happen to anyone
game.
we know?
Hmm?
Does that happen to anyone we know?
I don't know, but I know people were going excited about Concord, and then Concord shot the bed.
Was there a physical collector's edition to that game?
I would not be surprised.
That's crazy.
But think about High Guard, right? High Guard is a free to play game, and nobody wants to play that game. You think somebody's gonna put up a game that has a price tag on it of $40 and play this? High Guard was free.
I thought we were gonna play High Guard. You
I
told me
wanted-
you was excited to try it.
I want no, but I'm saying nobody wants to play it. Like if you check the internet, nobody's excited about the
okay,
game.
Yeah. For sure. You're
Right?
not seeing hype around it.
Hype
for sure.
High Guard, and you're telling me this game is coming out with a $40 price tag, and people are
But
gonna
that
buy
had a
this
grappling hook.
a grappling hook. I go play Titanfall.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro, you can play Titanfall. There's so many games with grappling hook now.
Go play Apex,
My heart is hurting.
bro. This game's dead, bro. Dead. Marathon released in '94. See, it's a dead game. Anybody who played Marathon in '94 is a grandpa now, bro. Guaranteed, bro. Also, Doom 2 Heretic and System Shock came out around that time. See? Thank you, Reaper. Yeah, this game's dead.
What would we do without you?
This game's dead, bro. I don't think it's going anywhere. Bungie is the other one that's possibly on its way out. Possibly, bro. Like I
In
feel like
terms of game studios,
yes, because
Yeah.
they kind of killed.
Halo,
No, not Halo.
the one that
What's that game?
Hades plays.
Yes, the one Skipper plays it too. Shout out to Skipper. He plays.
Yeah, what is it?
Fuck, why can't I remember that game?
Yeah, it's
Destiny?
blanket on me.
Destiny. There we go. It's crazy that we can't
Destiny.
remember Destiny. Yeah, they shit the bed
So-
with Destiny. So
And people poured a ton of money into that game.
yeah, you notice you don't really hear people talk about Destiny like that anymore.
Yeah, because
There's
I
a
found
reason
out I
for
would
that.
never play Destiny when they sold a DLC, and then they just proceeded to say, "Yeah, you guys don't have access to that DLC."
Yeah, that's
what
bullshit.
did they do that with?
Destiny.
with Destiny. It was it the Forsaken DLC.
Yeah, bro. So that's pretty much
Look at
all
the
I
chat.
gotta say
Reaper.
about this
This is
game.
why Reaper. This is why Reaper is valuable. Look at the chat. Very valid point.
SF2 Turbo
1994 was
Virtual Fighter
stacked.
2, Daytona USA, XCOM.
Oh,
Oh damn, Super
it's not
Metroid,
even one
Donkey Kong.
DLC. It's 4 of them.
See,
It's
This is
4
why. This
DLCs
is why
that you
we need
can't
old
access.
heads around in the gaming
Damn, bro.
podcast sphere.
You just got Reaper old head, bro.
I mean, he has an understanding of the landscape, the gaming landscape, a year after I was born.
Reaper's he's not
I
an
wasn't
old
into
head.
that
He's a
shit.
gaming historian, okay?
Any like 35.
The fuck that's supposed to mean?
You're old.
No, I'm not. Heartless, you're very close to me in age. What are we talking about right now?
That means I'm very close to being old. Yes.
And then there's me.
No, you
The
young.
ageism is real. Listen.
I'm saying Reaper,
when
bro.
you 32, you ain't got much left but the shit on the people who older than you. You know. Anyways, back to
That's-
marathon.
That's crazy.
Where are we at in the conversation?
Yeah. Scale of 1 to fuck no. Where
Oh.
are we in in marathon, guys?
Definitely
I gotta
not.
give it a 10.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm definitely at a 10. I'm up there. Fuck no.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Fuck no with
absolutely.
an emphasis.
Yes, absolutely fucking no. That's where I'm at. So I'm definitely not gonna be playing this game. Negative interest beyond this convo. See? So I don't think this game is gonna do very well, and I think it's gonna kill Bungie. It's gonna definitely put a hurting on Bungie for sure. Close to the cash coffin, this motherfucker. But any final thoughts before we move on, guys?
Move on.
All right, we moving on. Yeah, but that's pretty much it for tonight's show, guys.
It's not
That
we
was
got all
super
the
dope,
time in the world.
right?
Especially Cash and Bello. So we chop. Move on. Next topic.
Damn, bro. That's pretty much it for tonight's episode, guys. I don't think we're missing anything really. There's no thing today this week. We don't have any speed run section this week.
It's unfortunate, but we had to spend a lot of time actually like watching the developer direct and like talking about our thoughts and
Mhm.
feelings on it.
I'm sure you talked about Fable. Yeah, we talked about Fable,
Yes,
even
we
though we
did.
thought we didn't.
No. You try to juke me up, and I was like, wait, am I being fucked with right now? I
Because
really thought you was fucking with me.
Chat, the man abandoned the show flow, okay, and that threw me off. That threw me off.
Chat,
You two just
Cash
arguing back and forth is
abandoned
hilarious.
his cash memory, and that
Right.
that was throwing me off.
But yo, chat today was super dope. Thank you guys as always. It was fire. Don't go nowhere. We're trying to look for somebody to, say what up to. But it's your boy Cash. Tonight's the 76th episode of Gamer Actual. Thank you guys as always. And
I'm gonna go play me some Dispatch.
oh wow. If you enjoy the show, make sure you leave a like. Do all that things. Do all the things. I need to make a better sign off. I need to do that. But have a good night. It's your boy Cash, Heartless, and Pinksy Gaming. This is Gamer Actual. Peace out. Bye yo.
Yo. Monkey.
Chat, don't go nowhere. We're rating out.
6,050
Hey, what's good, man? Hold on, I'm getting my ass whooped right now, man.
Promotion.
There we go. Cash, what's good, man? What's good? What's good? How you doing tonight? How was the stream, bro? What did y'all talk about? The Xbox Direct? Oh, I froze again.
God fucking damn it.
How did
you.
what?
Fuck you.
How did that?
I
Bello,
went
what's the
under it.
word? What's the word? Oh,
I straight
Damn,
dashed
I'm-
under that shit.
there we go. Yes, in your favorite game, Marathon. Okay, being honest, what do you think? How you think Marathon is going to pan out?
Boy, fuck you.
What is this?
Boy, fuck you.
What is this ability?
Yeah.
I gotta kill that man classic.
Oh, damn. Oh, this
He
man.
what?
Nah, I got
How? Oh my!
Sometimes you just gotta What? Oh my god.
Oh, he got booed. I forgot.
Yes, he got booed.
He got
Why
booed.
do you think I wanted to take him
J-Up?
down so fast?
Stop holding angles and saying
He got
Valorant.
that shit.
What the? What the hell? Oh, ooh! Hey, I like that ability. Get closer.
Dang.
Nah, jail.
Okay, Concord 2.0. Okay, at a certain point, Concord is gonna lose its meaning. Especially if High Guard comes out and is actually good.
Oh,
no, everybody's been- Everybody been calling that Concord 2.0. Sorry, hype.
You were right next to me. Oh my god.
Get away from me. Your ability still
All right,
goes?
go ahead and die.
What?
Yes. Either way. Oh! Ignite the battle!
Oh my god. That's
Oh my
insane.
Time. Thought this Inferno was bad.
Die in 10
before.
days. I mean, yeah, I get it, right? But Concord, if High Guard comes out and is good.
God dang
Oh
it.
my god, get away from me!
The battle!
Is this, man? But yeah, if High Guard comes out and it's good, and
This
then
man got the boot.
Marathon
Classic, you know what you
gets
gotta do.
Oh, yeah, no, this
Marathon
got
gets
booed,
the
too. Everybody
opportunity
got
because
damn
they released their game with space away from Arc Raiders, and people have been beefing over
No, you come
Arc
near me,
Raiders,
I'm
whether
black.
it's a PvE or PvP game, and they offer something different. I think
Come
there's a
on, everybody
chance.
say it now.
I'm not going to be beholden to
everybody
it
say it.
saying that
Pizzo,
it's
you
going to be
included.
successful, but
Why is this
I
bitch
feel
fucking
like
screen taking so long now?
there's a chance.
Are we glitched?
There's a
The
chance.
pizza select?
Sorry, I'm
Pizzo?
addressing the Raiders. I had a raid and I
that's
was in the
why,
middle of a
yeah.
game.
Pizza hadn't picked. Yeah, that's why.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Damn, y'all niggas mad impatient. Are we good?
I didn't know what was going on. I thought
I
it
didn't
was
know what was happening. I thought we were glitched. That's why I asked.
Oh my god.
Wait for this nigga. God damn!
Hell no.
Well, before
Get away from
Marlon,
me!
just say that.
What?
The power! Oh, this man finally
How
got
did
me.
you win?
I don't even know
Because-
how he won.
He got me on the lower floor before the burning went out of
gotcha.
him.
Oh my
Promotion.
god.
Let's go ahead and extend the radius of that then.
Oh my god.
I need you to be here. And in that,
He still got it. Oh my god.
You're optimistic. What's up, Reaper? How you
Promotion.
doing, man? I saw you were playing the arcade games tonight, man. What do I do? What do I do? Honestly, truly, yeah.
team. When the battle was over and all the rage was spent, Roknar the Undying just needed a little me time. Build, decorate, and unwind in a home of your own in Azeroth. Adventure is calling you home.
I don't know the right words. Ought to be accepting here. You were a true knight. You never beat me when I didn't deserve it. Fuck. Except that time in Maidenpool. It was the inn boy ate the widow woman's pie. Not me. I told you. What, you? Doesn't matter now. I'd leave your sword, but it would only rust in the ground. I wish you didn't die, sir. I'll take good care of the horses. Eat like a king if I sold you 3. For a year or 2. Then what? That road ends in outlawry or beggary. We could go to a city. King's Landing? Lannisport? Could join the City Watch. Stop raping, sir. Fits my grip as well as it ever fit his. And there is a tourney at Ashford Meadow. stable boy. I want the palfrey rubbed down and oats for all three. Can you tend to them?
I could. I wanted.
None of that. See to the horses. You'll get a copper if you do well, and a clout in the ear if not.
Sit where you like. There's good lamb, roasted with a crust of herbs and some ducks my son shot down. Which will you have?
Both.
You're big enough for it.
How much farther to Ashford?
Day's ride. Is my boy seeing to your horses, or has he run off again?
No, he's there.
Half the town's gone down the Tony. Mine would too if I allowed it. Swear I couldn't tell you why. Knights are built the same as other men. And I never knew a joust to change the price of eggs. Bound for the Tony yourself?
I dreamed of you. Stay the fuck away from me. Yeah. My lord?
Never you mind that one, sir. I'll see about your food.
Oi!
My lord,
You thief!
I did not mean to offend you.
Take that armor off you, now. And be glad Thunder didn't kick you in that fool head of yours. He's a war horse, not a boy's pony.
I could ride him as well as you.
Close your insolent mouth. I'm a knight, I'll have you know.
You don't look to be a knight.
What, all knights look the same, do they?
No, but they don't look like to you either. Your belt's made of rope.
So long as it holds my scabbard, it serves.
Are you going to the tourney then? Do you mean to enter the lists?
Yeah, I suppose I do.
Take me with you, sir. Please.
And what might your mother say to that?
Not much. She's dead.
Is the innkeeper not you? You an orphan boy?
Are you?
I was. Once. Till my sir took me in. Taught me arms and riding and... Taught me everything, really. Best he could.
If you could bring me to Ashford, I could squire for you, sir. And you can teach me. Best you can.
No, I've no need for a squire, lad.
Every knight needs a squire. You look like you need one more than most.
And you look like you need a good clout in the ear. Fill me a sack of oats. I'm off for Ashford. Alone. Look, lad, I promise you, you're better off not squiring for the likes of me. For your help. Sulk all you wish. I know you'll scoop it up as soon as I'm gone.